And you were expecting guests. What's up, everyone? Waiting on a couple people here. They'll be in here shortly. Derek says Ricky P about to have surgery and be out most of the season. It would appear not most of the season. If he has surgery, he is out for the season. And that remains to be seen. We have one of our guests in here. It is Mouth. What's going on, man? You got the small slim box. You got the slim box. You're a slimmer man than me these days.
Well, actually, no. You jumped down below me with your brand new weight loss, with your new diet of seeds and nuts and rabbit food. And you told her that vegetables are steak lube, right? Please tell me you use that line. You told her.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So we're talking about Ricky Pearsall. If he has surgery, he's out for the year. I mean, there's really no debate on that one. So it's just whether if he has it or not. It's gonna be an issue all year if he doesn't. The Debo signing makes it very scary. And you're a Mike Evans dynasty owner, and you're trying to trade Mike Evans. And I'm talking to a Storey. We're trying to make a deal. You're trying to make two deals. And I'm trying to think, what does this do with Mike Evans? Because Debo versus Pearsall, how does that affect it in your mind?
Well, here's the thing. It's not about it. In terms of dynasty, that had nothing to do with any of it. Me trading Mike Evans had everything to do with I just wanted to get younger at wide receiver too. So that's kind of what I was going for. I did not make the trade. No.
Oh, we still have to talk. But we should probably wait for the Ricky Pearsall shoe to drop. Because if Ricky Pearsall is playing this year, now you have Debo Samuel. This does hurt Mike Evans if you have Debo and Ricky Pearsall and Kittle and CMC. But if Ricky Pearsall's out for the year, I feel like it's a lateral move. It just mostly affects Debo's value, right? And I have a question to ask you. Where do you think Debo's going to go now? So, again, we have to wait for the Pearsall news, but Debo is ADP 162. Does he vault up 40 picks, 20 picks?
It's got to... In about 2 days, he'll be up 20 picks. Then give it a week, maybe 40 to 45. People are going to go nuts over Debo being back in San Francisco.
Yeah, I just took him.
Well, because think about it. Debo's problem being... Well, wow, that's crazy. Debo's problem being there is now gone. The entire reason Debo wanted nothing to do with being in San Francisco anymore was Brandon Ayuk. And now that Ayuk is pretty much just a name on a sheet somewhere on a piece of paper in the offices of the San Francisco personnel department. See, I'm trying to get UD set up while we're talking.
We're doing DraftKings. DraftKings first. Because the tournaments are done on Underdog. The two ones that they launched yesterday are already full.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So now we're back to weekly winners. Derek's super happy about weekly winners. Derek says that he's dusty and he'll miss half the year with a hamstring injury. That's pretty likely. I'm still gonna draft Debo higher than he had been going. Now that he has a destination, it's a good destination. I think Mouth is frozen.
I'm not frozen. My head might be frozen. You'll hear me but not see me while I'm setting up DraftKings. Then I split the screen and then you'll see me again.
Genius.
See, this is a whole process here.
I took Debo at 156 in a DraftKings slow draft, and today I was on the clock. In this time of year, I do wait the full clock if I can. If it's a realm of possibility later that something can happen, right? And I guess I'll ask you that. Do we want Stribling or Debo? If Ricky Pearsall's out for the year, do we want Stribling or Debo? Derek, give me your answer in the comments. Mouth, you let me know. Stribling or Debo? Because that's a realistic question, right? Like, Stribling's a young guy, but Debo has familiarity with his offense. We know Kyle Shanahan knows how to use Debo. So it's an interesting thought exercise, and I think most people are going to go with Stribling. So give me what you think in the chats, and I'm going to move. Before we get to that, I want to show you this draft I'm doing. This is a Millionaire Maker, and we're going essentially zero running back. We have Jeremiah Love and Kenny Gainwell right now, but we have Concepcion as our 6, Coker as our 7. We have Brock Bowers. We have Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase. We're going to try – this is a slow draft. We're going to try to pair up some later running backs. Isaiah Pacheco, guys like that. Woody Marks is still available. So we can get like Woody Marks and Pacheco. I'll feel really, really good about it. So I'll keep you guys posted on this one. I do like this starts in a full PPR. We're going to hop over to the lobby. Guys, if you want to draft with us, we're going to do the $3 500K tournaments. I'll pull this up and you can see. Let's see. Load up. Computer is super slow right now. We're going to do the 500K play action. Yeah, that's a fair way to put it, Derek. Scribbling down the stretch. Let me see if I can remove Mouth and then add him again. Maybe this will help him because he has been definitely frozen. So I would
you continue
with a young guy. Yeah, we're good now. So we're going to do the 500K play action, $3 entry, multi-entry on DraftKings. And we'll continue to break down the San Francisco Niners situation. There's some other news as well to get to. But I want to enter into the first draft. These drafts take a while. We could probably hop over to Underdog later. But again, there's no tournaments right now. It is rough. It is the weird ones again. Maybe we can do an eliminator.
No.
Figure it out when we get there. So are you ready to go, Mouth?
Okay, we are good. Here we are. Yep, we are ready.
All right, I'm going to count you down from 5. DraftKings isn't quite as crazy as Underdog. Count you down from 5. We're doing the $3 500K play action on DraftKings. Make sure it's not the $1 million play action. That's another one that's still up. It's same kind of tournament. This is a smaller field. So I'm going to count you down from 5, and then we'll join up at the same time. So let me get this comment off here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter it up.
Entering. Submit entry. 8 out of 12. Is that what you're seeing, Rob? 8 out of 12?
Hopefully I get in. 9 out of 12. Yep, 3 spots left. Derek says, what are the chances they're calling Ayuk? I mean, that's what this team needs is Brandon Ayuk. It's really poetic that they need. It's ironic as hell. They need Brandon Ayuk on this team. That's exactly what they're missing. Essentially, Ayuk, Pearsall was an Ayuk replacement. And, it's not going to happen. They should not bring this clown back in there. Let's go to the board here. Blake's in here. Mouth is at 5. I am at 9. We have pull this down here. Derek at 7.
The one weird
Mr.
thing
Jones
about
and
this.
me. Go ahead.
The one weird thing about DraftKings, especially if you're using the cell phone app, is once you're in the waiting room, it doesn't just automatically send you to the draft. You have to physically go out, put yourself back into the draft, and then draft.
Yeah, I don't like the form. I mean, there's a lot of things on DraftKings that just aren't as smooth as Underdog. I consider DraftKings is more like an Android, which has some better options. I like full PPR 20 rounds, but Underdog is your iPhone. Yep. iPhone is just super simple. Run smooth. A kid can use it. It's like Underdog's trying to sell cigarettes to kids. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, this is easy to use. Here you go.
Yeah.
Use this app. Yeah. I don't know what happened to Keith. Keith was supposed to join us tonight, and I have not heard from him since 9:00. So we're just gonna start drafting. If he hops on, he has the invite. Hopefully he hops on. Hopefully everything's okay.
He'll hop on. I'm sure.
Draft pulled up here.
He'll hop on, I'm sure. Everything, I'm sure, is good over in Keithland. He'll be with us shortly.
Here it is. This is the one. All right. Ninth pick I have not had very often. Jefferson Lamb, sound tasty. JT, St. Brown, got a lot of good options. I am drafting. No one's to my right, which is nice. Derek is 2 spots to my left. We're all pretty spaced out. We're all 2 spots apart. You, me, Blake, and Derek. Good. So don't hate that. There goes Mr. Jones and me. Counting Crows is at the 1. Handyman. We have Watershed, Wandy, Kurt, Brian. A lot of that sounds like fake names here. Kurt, Brian. I'm waiting to hear number 1 Bears fan.
No. Raise
What's
it here.
up, Jonathan? Shout out to Jonathan. Great performance last night, as always. We drafted a pretty good team, Jonathan. I think that was my favorite team of the 4. It was 3 or 4 we drafted, right? That was my favorite team, the one that we worked out. It was a Mahomes, Caleb, Bears, Chiefs stack build, and pretty good value there. Did you like that team, Mouth? It was pretty decent for a tournament.
That was a damn good team. I enjoyed that team. I thought that team was excellently built, excellently done. Good work.
I still pissed about that guy sniping all my guys the first draft, like Daniel Jones. Who else? He sniped everyone. It was unreal.
Well, you made up for it.
Made
up for it with that.
That was a great start though. That I got Garrett Wilson, and I got that another. I got Garrett Wilson at pick 45, like in full PPR, dude. You don't see that very often.
Not at all.
Not
if I'm in a draft.
Not if any of us are in draft. I don't think any of us are going to let Garrett Wilson fall. After ADP, I think me and you were a little higher on Garrett Wilson. We will take him ahead of ADP. But in this in underdog, I understand the hesitancy, right? What's the touchdown upside? Jets offense, but in full PPR, Garrett Wilson is a top 10 target earner in the NFL. End of story. Yeah. Happens every year. It doesn't matter if this team sucks again. Garrett Wilson will return value at 45.
Okay. Breece Hall had an amazing season with the worst quarterback in the NFL statistically last season. Garrett Wilson, before he got hurt, was he not a top 10 receiver?
He was, yeah, and that was with Justin Fields. That was with Justin Fields too.
Yeah. So imagine, basically you're upgrading from dog shit to pee at this point. That upgrade for Wilson and Hall equals gangbusters for your fantasy teams.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna get a really good option here at pick 16, either Barkley or Hampton. Chase Brown's available. I could take him. There's great options here. I like this spot for the second round, especially. We'll see what old Brian 1103 does. He takes so we're gonna take Chase Brown. No, they have the same buy. Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna take a Hampton. I'm not a Hampton guy, but in full PPR, I am higher in Hampton than I am in half PPR. And my hate on Hampton is not as heavy as people think. I just would always take Barkley ahead of him. I would take Walker ahead of him. I would take Henry ahead of him. Probably not in full PPR. But those guys, A-Chain, Chase Brown, like that's all discussion. I'd have those guys in a bucket. Is that pretty fair?
That is definitely fair. I don't think.
Are you in on Hampton? I haven't really got your Hampton's thoughts. Like, are you in on Hampton? Because he's definitely a slappy pick. He's a guy that he's the hipster pick. Everyone wants Hampton. Everyone wants draft in the first round because they want to be right on him.
Well, not where he's being drafted. No, he was cute in the second round. That was nice, but not when you're literally having to grab him at the 1-2 turn. I'm not all of that like experience when it comes to best ball and fantasy in general. I know you don't draft basically a rookie. I mean, it's like you're basically rerunning his rookie season. Hello, AJ. I don't have enough of you. You're going to come on my
it's nice
spot.
to have the experience he did have. It is a rookie and it's not a rookie. It's nice to get his feet wet there in the NFL. And he had a nice little comeback, definitely as a pass catcher. That's why I like him more in full PPR. My concern, we talked about this, is the snap share. And you know what? This offense, Judkins needs to have crazy volume to be an RB1. And the nice thing is you're not drafting Judkins there. But the comparison is their Vegas props are the same, except for the pass catching. But he could be a 63-65% snap share player, which is what I expect from Hampton, and return value. But things have to break right. He has to have really great touchdown numbers. The offense has to be good. And I think no one's factoring in the potential three-way committee. At the very least, it's definitely a two-way committee, like possibly a major committee with, a speed demon there in Keaton Mitchell. And what if this offense isn't top 10? What if they aren't? Like, they were 22nd last year. I know that the offensive linemen were all hurt, all in Slater. I get that. But, everyone's just assuming that the Chargers are a top 5 offense, top 10 offense. That's kind of a losing battle. The teams I want to assume are the Lions, the Cowboys, the Rams. I know those teams are top 5, top 10. I don't. They're a second-tier offense that they also have a good defense, which, could help Hampton as well. But there's just question marks I think people aren't addressing, and I want to be a little weary of taking Hampton where people want to take him at the 1-2 turn.
Yeah, to me, that makes absolutely no sense, especially when we don't know exactly how well he's recovering. He's recovered from his injury-plagued rookie season. You really don't know what you got with him. It's like you're looking at Jonathan Brooks again for the first time. I mean, it's the same type of idea. Oh, looks like I'm reuniting the old Eagles wide receiver room.
That's a fall. Malik Neighbors. So McCall, sitting here talking about Malik Neighbors. I got to get your opinion on Malik Neighbors because the reports were bad. I did say, Mal, for the record, I said that this could all be smoke, and it didn't look like that. And it looks like this could have all been smoke. Malik Neighbors might be fine. When I say fine, like, the surgery, they lied about the timeline. Possibly the cleanup surgery might have happened months earlier. Like, I don't know why the Giants would have done that, but like, look what the Ravens did with the Max Crosby trade, right? Like,
it's Joe
so
Shane.
we got to stop listening to these people. And if this is the case, Neighbors is going to start going in the second round. We saw him just go at pick 304 here.
Yeah.
What do I want here? What do I want? I'm going to take a team I don't usually take. Let's take some players we don't have too much exposure to. Emeka Egbigbue. By the way, Hetzer, your jersey is fucking epic. Egbigbue.
And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbigbue.
That sounds like I don't know what I was doing. I didn't have the tunes on. There we go.
Yeah, bro, that sounds like the beginning of like, some hip hop track that's like, Emeka Egbigbue.
100%.
I'm just I'm waiting for the drop.
5,000. Jeez, got Neighbors at the 5'9", turning a best ball. That's wild. I've seen him definitely fall out of to the end of the fourth round earlier. But Vegas lines are speaking the truth on Hampton. They see Mitchell getting 24 to 27% snap count. And also, Kamani Vidal isn't going to be anything for fantasy. He's more of the actual handcuff. I'd say he's the actual handcuff to Hampton. But we can't count him out from getting 10% of the snaps, right? Like that could happen. We've seen this before in, turbo packages. He's a good pass protector. That's definitely in the realm of possibility for him. Wow. There's some.
Look, I want O'Marion Hampton to succeed. I really do. I will just root for him while he's not on my fantasy. That's pretty much how I'm going to put it.
Shebadelphia
I'm a Giant fan.
called this shit. He called it. He called Debo to the Niners. It made a lot of sense. I was saying Diggs to the Niners, but
I mean, the more you think about Debo to the Niners, the more it makes sense, because the reason Debo wanted nothing to do with the Niners organization any longer was because of Brendan Ayuk. And it was the same the other way around too. Now that Ayuk is obviously probably not playing another snap of NFL football again, welcome back, Debo. And maybe he comes back and decides he's going to look like his old self, which won't take away from Mike Evans if I do decide to keep him. But I think you're right. It takes away from Pearsall. You were asking that. We were talking about that before, but it takes away from Pearsall, not from Evans. Evans is your prototypical X receiver. Now you could then use Debo like the gadget tool that he actually is, instead of having to stick Debo in the X receiver slot and have him just play normal wideout. Now you can be a utility knife.
It's a good point, because we were talking about how this affects the offense, how it affects Debo and everyone else. The nice boom for Debo in this signing, for many reasons, it's a good offense. We thought he might have gone to a team like the Raiders or a lower offense. Kyle Shanahan knows how to use Debo, and he will play some running back. And at this point of his career, they were playing him when they were paying him. And when he wanted to get paid, there was that whole controversy there where he was getting pissed that they were, essentially burning him out. But now it's like, if they need Debo at running back to spell McCaffrey, this might kind of hurt the best ball chances of either Kaylan Black or Jordan James. And I know their main value is if McCaffrey gets hurt. But one of these guys is going to have a somewhat of a role in this offense. But if Debo's getting 7 or 8 snaps, out of the backfield, that's taken away from those guys.
Exactly. What role is there for either of those two backs at this point? They drafted Kaylan Black with the idea that he was going to be the guy that spells McCaffrey, maybe catches some passes out of the backfield, that type of back. Jordan James is the actual handcuff, but now we don't know if Jordan James is even going to be healthy. That's the other problem. So Debo might just have to be the backup running back out of necessity.
Let's see. Where is... Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, Hetzer, I missed your comment. Rob Mouth, did you guys hear about the Baker Mayfield contract stuff? Yeah, he's going to play out the year. It looks like he's going to play out the year, and he should play out the year. because he'll get paid either way. And this is not good for the Bucs because Baker Mayfield is a no-nonsense dude. He's a team guy. If he feels slighted, he's not taking a hometown discount, I'll tell you that much, and he shouldn't. There's a chance that this is he goes to the Steelers, he goes to the Rams, like highest bidder, man. And maybe it's not the Bucs, and maybe he goes to a better team. The Bucs are a good team, but the Steelers are a great franchise. And if he could go back and reunite with Sean McVay, if they don't like what they're seeing out of Ty Simpson, smash, right?
True. That is. Yeah, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. We got, I just grabbed Mike Evans. Maybe that's a sign. Evans just keeps on showing up to me in these drafts. Maybe all this dynasty stuff, all these trades. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what I don't know what I should do at this point.
Here. We got two really good options available for us. And, man, I want to take J-Mo. I'm going to take J-Mo. It sucks that Judkins fell back. I should have taken Tet McMillan. Let's take J-Mo in a full PPR. Again, I would rather have had Judkins and McMillan than Breece Hall and J-Mo. But I couldn't have guessed that J-Mo would fall. So we're fine with that. This is an interesting team. I don't take a lot of these players that often. So let's get to some comments. Go ahead, Mouth.
I said it's a full PPR. I mean, Breece Hall is fine, especially for a full PPR. Gino's going to be checking down the ball a lot.
Yeah. I'm a big Judkins fan. I do still have Breece Hall slightly ranked ahead of Judkins, but I have Tet McMillan way higher than Jameson Williams in a full PPR. Now, this in best ball, I do like Jameson Williams. Like that, Jameson Williams is the ideal. Like he's the perfect best ball player. He's gonna have some giant weeks. There goes Judkins. I figured that.
Bye, Jetty.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's
Nice
following
options.
so far.
Oh yeah.
So far,
right,
I'm
we got
seeing
awesome options here.
Oh yeah, this is nuts.
There goes Tyler Warren.
I'm just.
I got two. I'm on the clock. So
yeah,
I'm gonna take Bucky Irving. Let's take Bucky here. Bucky falling to the 6th round in PPR, I just feel like it's unfair. I'm not even a Bucky guy, but
it kind of is.
All right.
Very
pretty
much
good team.
so,
Pretty
actually.
good team.
Bucky
I agree,
unfair.
Philadelphia. Debo is a dirty work kind of player, and that's what they need. We got Max in here. What's going on, Max? Neighbors is already rising. I did 3 Dalmatians, and he went in the mid-second, early 3rd. Did a few mocks. He went in the 2nd every time. So I'm going to trust Dalmatians are a $1 tournament, so people will be more aggressive on those. But this is probably what we're going to start seeing. Like, it's one thing we got the news, and now we have the reports of him, like, practicing in full. Now we have the reports that this timeline, this cleanup surgery was way earlier than we thought. So it feels like they were lying to us the whole time. And the clip of him running in the softball game, like he just was not trying to run. And I don't think he did it for effect, but this is why we got to just kind of stick to our guns. And I did the whole thing, how concerned, how confused I was with the fact that George Kittle might play week 1, but Charbonnet's out till week 11, and the Neighbors might start week 6. Like Neighbors' injury happened week 5. And I understand there was a setback. There was a meniscus, also, right?
Yeah.
Is there a meniscus?
I think there was.
Right?
I think there was a meniscus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He had a meniscus issue, which totally tanked Derrick Rose's career.
Damn meniscuses.
Ray knows all about the meniscus injury. You know what? Yeah. I hope this never happens to him, but if he ever gets a meniscus injury, he's never gonna put that shit down, dude.
Literally, you should just have that as your cell phone ringer for him if he ever gets a knee injury. If you ever see him on crutches with a knee brace, just start spamming that shit.
Early reports are JJ McCarthy is ahead in the Minnesota quarterback competition. Man,
what? That is insane. That
really
can't be right.
Like this is what I've been saying about. The Watson versus Shador, Tua versus Penix. That's injury related with Penix. But you start the veteran, You start, in this case, they brought Kyler in for a reason, but you start the veteran, and then you can go to the rookie later. If you start the rookie, and you're not, well, JJ McCarthy might as well be a rookie, but you know what I'm saying? If you start the young guy, and you bench him for Kyler, he's done in Minnesota. You could never go back to him again. This would be another time of this happening. His confidence would be shot. You got to start Kyler, and if Kyler fails, and you could have a short leash, right? Call it 4 weeks. If they're 1-3, he's looking like he did in Arizona. You cut ties, and you have your 1-year contract. Who cares? Then you go to JJ McCarthy. But starting JJ McCarthy just seems like a wild, wild situation. And yo, we got Super Beast in here. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How are you?
I told you Keith was fine. By the way, just to piggyback off of what you were just saying here, I can't believe that we're still talking about we're talking about the Neighbors injury in general. We're talking about that going forward, but nobody's talking about Cam Scadaboo doing a backflip, barely landing it, and they're still just picking him. The thing is, Neighbors was running side by side with Odell Beckham at Giants camp. Tell me why Odell Beckham's cuts were looking sharper than Malik's.
His Neighbors wasn't going full.
Yeah, I understand that. It's like, but I don't like watching certain things about, people get overexcited about certain film. They get underexcited about others. I think we're somewhere in between. Neighbors is not playing till week. I'm sorry, I'm sticking on that.
You're saying week 5?
Week 4, week 5 at earliest.
Keith, what is your take on the Neighbor saying? It's he said, she said, literally. Like, we have the report now that the cleanup surgery was months earlier, and he's been fine. Now he's 100%. Like, it's somewhere in between. It always has been. But like I've been saying, I always said there was a chance he plays week 1, like a 50% chance, and I got kind of blasted for it. What is your take? But I haven't been drafting him much, just so you know, which I'm kind of pissed about.
Coming from a contrarian at heart, I'm kind of leaning with Mouth. I don't believe we'll see him the first few weeks. I don't know week 3, week 4, week 5. But yeah, I always seem to go against the tide on a lot of this stuff. So like everybody's, he's pulling up, everyone's pulling him up now, and everyone's excited. Not much has changed in my book. Week 4, week 5 still for me. I actually was flying home, and there was a doctor on. This was like a year and a half ago. Long story short, this doctor's like, look, man, this guy just is not meant. He's not meant to be healthy in his career, and it's sad, and I root for him and stuff like that. But that stuck with me, hearing that doctor, and this was before last year, So I mean, everything this guy said has come to fruition. So I'm with Mouth, I think.
Yeah, I just had to say this. I appreciate that you actually said extra doctor. I actually have a doctor as a co-host. Like, I really do. Big Ray is officially a medical doctor, guys. So,
wow.
I wish I could have him on. He's partying right now in the at the Everglades, but in Missouri. He's at a bachelor party. Real quick, sorry, Mouth, you can go after this, but Jonathan says that BS. That's BS. Someone mentioned that Kyler's behind JJ McCarthy in the quarterback competition. Jonathan says, thank you, by the way, Jonathan. That's BS. Kyler took most of the first team reps so far. Those are stir the pot reports, and Baker should go to the Vikings. The Vikings, that's a good spot.
Yeah,
so I think Vikings, Rams.
That was the next point I was about to make. Nothing we talk about with the Minnesota quarterback situation matters, because Baker Mayfield will be a Viking next season, and Super Bowls commence.
Or Mac Jones, right? Keith, you say that Mac Jones is also a really good possibility, because he actually fits Kevin O'Connell's offense the best.
Yeah, I like Mac Jones a lot. I actually been drafting him. I've been drafting him when I draft Purdy. That's kind of odd, but yeah.
That's not crazy at all. No. Especially like in a redraft, a home league situation, you just snag that up if you have Brock Purdy straight away.
And there goes Brock Purdy. And I'm a little salty about the Ricky Pearsall situation we were chatting about. And I have one of my future bets. It's a small sprinkle, just $10. Purdy MVP at 20-1. And this puts a little damper on it, because I think Ricky Pearsall had a chance to break out this year. We all knew the injury risk. I'm at like 7% on Ricky Pearsall, which I was at 0% on my on my wife's account. And like I literally made the active decision, like I got to start drafting Ricky a little bit, because I didn't want to miss out on potential break. The recipe's there, right? With Mike Evans being old, Kittle come back from injury, CMC breaking down. Like, I wanted to get a piece of this offense, and Ricky Pearsall was the answer. And the answer is probably Stribling. In reality, that probably was the answer.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, that's why I think Stribling is gonna do a lot better than Debo in terms of fantasy. I think Debo is gonna have a lot more utility. Maybe in half PPR you could make the argument Debo over Stribling, but if everything that you're seeing from the Niners reports is true, they love this kid, and he's going to be featured in this offense.
Let's see. McAuliffe says, last year, Geno Smith is worst starting quarterback in the league, truly awful NFL quarterback who's lived off one productive year. It was 2 productive years. I'm throwing last year out. You can go look at the last year in Seattle. That was pretty garbage. Nothing like last year. Last year was literally Pete Carroll taking a paycheck and having his son as the offensive line coach. That team was devoid of talent. That was one of the worst situations in the NFL last year. I think the Browns and the Raiders. So I'm not going to read into that too much. Mouth, we know your thoughts on Geno Smith. You're the highest in the world in this Browns offense. Keith, give us some Jets. Sorry, the Jets.
I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Keith, give me your pulse on the Jets. Do you see upside there, or you think it's the same old Jets? Because this team has a hell of a lot of talent. Geno Smith, if he can't succeed now, I mean, he's getting pretty old, but like, this is a pretty good situation. This is similar to the Seahawks situation he had in terms of offensive talent.
This is a fascinating situation, mate. This is an intergalactic battle between, like, one of the worst offensive coaches in the league and then, like, all this talent, and one of these things has to win out. I'm a Jets guy this year. I'm going down with this ship. There's 3 teams that nobody's drafting, and one of them, and I've been doing it for the last 3 months. And one of them's the Jets. I believe in the talent that they have.
Thank you for being a truther, sir. Thank you for being a truther. It's not that I'm actually a truther that the Jets are actually any sort of good. It's just that how in the world are you looking at Adonai Mitchell at pick 180 something? That just makes no sense.
Yeah, I love their schedule. I love that they're going to be trailing in games. I love. There's a lot to love. They're deep in a couple different positions. I'm in Michigan, so I've seen the coach and not the best offensive mind. Love him as a good motivator, great guy. But so it'll be very interesting to see. But the values are incredible still.
Everyone hates on Frank Reich. They need to pay attention. I think Frank Reich has a roster that he could actually work with. And I'm pretty sure he's going to get a lot out of these Jets players. Every offensive player on the Jets has just been doing nothing but glowing and talking, and you actually see the report. It's not like when Nathaniel Hackett was running the Jets offense and they were pretend happy on Hard Knocks. This is like, I actually saw a genuine smile on Garrett Wilson's face. I didn't think he smiled since he put on a Jets jersey.
You bring up a great point. If he just hands the keys to Reich and doesn't get involved in anything, Reich's had a little bit of success. Yeah, that's positive. That's another positive. I didn't consider. I've just been thinking, he's going to be making a lot of the calls. He's in charge, but you know what? If he hands the keys to the coordinator, stays out of the way, and just focuses, that works. That system's been for it does work. Come from Buddy Ryan. Well, go ahead, go Mal.
Especially when you have 2 tight ends that could catch the football.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think Anthony Richardson would go? I mean, we're talking about the Vikings, that we know that Kevin O'Connell keeps relationships with these quarterbacks. Smart strategy on his end. And he's always loved Anthony Richardson. And this is a team that next year, if they do sign one of those guys, he will bring in a backup guy. It's like one of the old adage that you should always draft a quarterback every draft, even like what the Patriots are doing for those years, just to do it. Anthony Richardson's free. It's a 6th or 7th round pick. What teams do you guys have in mind for this?
Oh, why did I take Sam by? That was not what I wanted.
This is a fascinating question. This is a fascinating question.
I mean, the answer is any team. Any team should take a flyer on him because it's free, and you're getting a former top 5 pick that's 24 years old. That has all the tools in the tool bag. He just hasn't stayed healthy. There's been some mental stuff, checking himself out of the game. There's a lot of stuff there, but we have a chance to get Dallas Goedert. Let's do this.
It might take an injury, Rob. You know what I mean? It might take a team that's for their situation to change and something like that. As of right now, nothing really jumps out at me, but that could change quick.
I seriously, just honestly, if Anthony Richardson were just sit and wait, he was a very raw talent when he came out. He was drafted very high. He now has a quarterback he could actually sit behind and learn from, which you could get out of Daniel Jones's contract in 2 years. It's the same type of situation he had with his Giants deal. Maybe Richardson could actually get a second chance at this Indy starting job and actually excel after watching NFL football be played in front of him for a little while, instead of just throwing him in to his first NFL start 16 games into his quarterbacking career. I'm not talking about professional. I'm not talking about college. This is high school, college combined. 15 games. He started before he ever took
should never been drafted there. Is the bottom line.
Exactly.
Unreal they drafted him there.
They were happy with him recently, but I could have just been coach speak. It could have just, but he did make up a little bit of ground last year during the training camps and such. But it remains to be seen what's happened since then.
Let him sit and learn. I mean, my opinion, let him sit and let him learn.
All right, we're gonna do another DraftKings draft after this. Keith, me and you are gonna tag team the next draft.
Awesome.
Draft one. Let's cook up something here. Let's go through my team real quick. We'll get to the comments in just a second. Kind of a wonky team. I got sniped on Jordan Love, and I had the option for Kyler anyway. I took Jaden Reed and Kraft, but got some nice value early on. So receiver, we have Jefferson, Ibuka, J-Mo, Jaden Reed, and Jaden Higgins, the Jadens. And then we have Hampton, Breece Hall, Bucky at running back, Jalen Hurts, and Kyler Murray. So Goddard at tight end, and Kraft. So we have a really good tight end room, really good quarterback room. Running back room solid. The wide receiver room is a bit thin, but it's a pretty balanced team. Let's finish this one off together, and then we'll get used to each other a little bit. It's like lovers. We just got to get used to each other's flow and feels and smells and tastes. And then we'll pop in and do a dual draft here. I'm looking forward to drafting with Keith. Keith knows his fucking shit. Yes, he does.
Oh, look at it go. Where's that cat? I'm not dying to meet it or anything. Can we wake her up?
It's a miracle you haven't already. Barging in here with these whores, like the beginning of some crude stag film, just 10 feet away from where your cat sleeps.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we heard all about Denise and we just wanted to meet her.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah.
Didn't hear about Denise. Do you have any cats? No, I didn't think so. Because if you did, you wouldn't be dressed like sluts and following home strange men to pound mangria.
It's so hard to be a cat owner, which is insane because being a dog owner is way harder. You just gotta fucking feed your cat. Not even feed your cat; they'll fucking fend for themselves.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Denny's?
Yeah, they'll just come after you in your sleep, though. Sometimes,
They will. They will eat you, man.
If you don't feed them the right way, they're gonna take bites out of you.
All right.
My cat's like a human. It's kind of a different kind of situation over here. I don't know. Remember last stream, he was climbing. He's pretty cool. I did
see that.
He's like a human. Yeah.
We need wide receivers. Let's go to the list here, Keith. And
this is PPR, right?
PPR, yeah. We need a receiver.
Yeah,
I'm
PPR.
thinking Trey Tucker or Naylor. I like Naylor more in PPR, but in best ball, I do prefer Trey Tucker. So, like those two guys. We can take a shot on Travis Hunter. What are your thoughts?
Do you have any stacks? Ain't nothing going on there?
No, nothing worth stacking here. I'd have to reach. I have, nothing.
Yeah, I would say either Tucker or Hunter, depending on if you want to go up.
What do you think about Debo? What do you think about Debo here?
In that same area. In that same.
Should we go Debo?
Sure.
So his ADP is 170, but I mean with the news and them signing, let's go Debo.
PPR Debo's in there.
All right. So Debo is going to have a week 8 bye, so same as Higgins. We have no week 8 bye problems. Now we can get probably one more. Let's go back to the list. We need a running back as well. Woody Marks would have been nice, but I already do have Higgins. I think I'm going to wait and get some late handcuffs because we currently have, let's go to the team here. At running back, we have Hampton, Breece Hall, and Bucky Irving. So it's pretty strong 3 in a PPR. I don't want to stack too many running backs. I feel like we want a wide receiver in the flex if we can help it. So let's see what falls. We are up in a few picks. I mean, I would take Woody Marks here, right? Even though we have
about
Higgins.
Spears? What about Tajay?
I am not a Spears guy. I don't hate it here in PPR. I really don't hate it. I honestly prefer Dylan Sampson over Spears. Is that wild to say?
No, they're all comparable. Just which offense you kind of. Yeah, I would be Spears, but it's not crazy to go in either of those other two directions. I was pounding Marks. I was not literally, of course, but just in the drafts, yeah.
We could say screw it and go with another receiver. We could take Hunter. We could take Tucker. So let's see. If Marks is there, we'll take him. I'm sure he won't be. Let's see. This guy's got 3 running backs in the clock. He should definitely take Marks way after ADP, but we'll see what he does. And then, yeah, there goes Marks. So I think we wait at running back. We have 3. Bucky's our 3. So which wide receiver? Jalen Naylor, Hunter, or Trey Tucker are the 3 options I'm looking at.
Tucker for PPR. That's my opinion.
I'm in on that, dude.
Tucker for PPR?
If this was a
redraft, Naylor make more sense?
Yeah, but not because it's a best ball. Like, give me the guy that could take, have a 60. Let's take Tucker. I'm in on Tucker. Yeah, I feel like Tucker's better than half PPR, but who's the better best ball play? Like, if this is a deep redraft, I definitely want Naylor in a redraft because if I need a flex or an injury fill in, I think Naylor is going to be that 4 for 50 guy, that 5 for 40 guy, getting some PPR value. But Trey Tucker can go 3 for 70 and a touchdown. Like, that is Trey Tucker's game.
I have to go draft. I'll be right back.
All right, so we have 7 receivers. We're gonna have to pound running back here late. So we're just gonna take high upside handcuffs at this point. And I would say this: I do probably want Tajay Spears over Sampson, but Spears goes 11 picks earlier, so it's like at value, and this doesn't really help our team because we probably won't get Sampson. There goes Sampson. Blake takes him. Because in our drafts with community members, we're all about drafting Dylan Sampson in PPR, especially because we just want to fucking talk to Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson. Fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
Tucker, as of right now, might be their number 1 receiver there. He might be.
Yeah, I would guess he probably is. Jalen Naylor is the only one that got paid, though, right? Like he's the only one that makes
according to the money, it's Jalen Naylor, and he would be the only receiver that profiles like an actual number 1. Like Tucker kind of to me seems like the X receiver that you're just hoping burns everybody that runs down the field. Gotta draft. Hold on.
Yeah, a sacrificial X for sure. I'm gonna call off. Is there a world where the Jets pay Baker? No, the Jets are going young here. They drafted Klubnik. That's not the answer, but they're gonna draft someone next year for sure. Like the Jets have to, right, Mouth? Like that, they're not in the market. And who also wants to go to the Jets? Not Baker. That's just a losing battle.
Yeah, no. The Jets are where careers go to die, except for Geno Smith, who actually probably views this as a big second chance in his career because of how swimmingly it went when the Jets drafted him all those years ago.
All right, we may have waited too long at running back, but you know what? We're gonna go aggressive here. So let's just take some. I got Ray Davis in the queue. It's way ahead of ADP, but running backs just flew off the board. I don't think we can wait any longer. The wide receivers are Denzel Boston, Trey Harris. Do you like Trey Harris this year? Because
when I have Chargers, I kind of tag along with them, but it's otherwise I haven't been getting too invested. If I'm honest, hard to say.
Ray Davis or Jaden Blue?
Ray Davis between those two. Yeah.
Okay, same. All right, we'll take Ray Davis. I don't love the value there. It is a little bit early, but we're at a running back crossroads here, And now we don't have to force it. We can wait a little bit. And I think I know my last running back. So let's see. No, we're not taking another tight end. We're not taking another quarterback. Take our last receiver here. It can be either Boston, Denzel Boston. Oh, I know who we're taking. We have Hurts. We're going to take Dontavian Wicks to get a second stack with Hurts. Again, I don't stack nearly as much on DraftKings. Full PPR makes stacking a little less important. Just takes the touchdown. Touchdowns don't quite matter as much.
Great point.
We only have Dallas Goedert. In. Could you imagine a standard best ball draft? Like, if you don't stack, there's just no way to do anything. Like, it's all touchdown correlation.
Yeah, you'd be done.
We'll get double stack with Goddard and Wicks. Not ideal. We do have a stack with Justin Jefferson and Kyler Murray. So I think that's enough in terms of stacking. So we'll get Wicks. We are done at wide receiver with, is that 7? Let's see here. 8 receivers. So here's the receiver room. It's Justin Jefferson, Big Boo, J-Mo Williams, Jaden Reed's the 4, Higgins, Debo, Trey Tucker, Dontavian Wicks. Hurts and Kyler at quarterback, Hampton, Breece Hall, Bucky Irving, and Ray Davis at running back right now with Tucker Kraft and Dallas Goedert. That should be enough at tight end, right? Maybe take a guy last, but what do you got?
Yeah, you're kicking the hell out of my team right now, that's for sure.
It's all right. I think I waited too long at running back. I wanted the Jordan Love with Kraft and Jaden Reed to have that double. But I guess I kind of do prefer Kyler in a vacuum. We got 4 picks left. 3 of them have to be running backs. At least 2 of them do. We have 4. We need 6 at least. I'm going to take Claiborne on this team. That's going to be one of my last picks, and hopefully no one takes him. He goes pretty late.
I take that guy sometimes, though.
Yep. Well, I just called him. Dibs.
All right, you got it.
I haven't seen a 20-round draft in like about 5-6, maybe a couple months since the boards were going. Like, are those just taking big shots at the end still? That kind of philosophy.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so deep here. It's the like, it gets rough at some like sharp drafts on Underdog. Gets rough at round 18. Adding 24 picks to that is, it's wild. Is our best ball draft, the Fanatics best ball draft, is going to be 24 rounds. It's going to be so deep. We're going to be drafting coaches.
Pull out your roster books, boys.
Complete
war of a couple comments here. Stribling is the number 1 wide receiver for San Francisco after the season. Same way Ayuk, Debo emerged onto the scene. I mean, if Mike Evans stays healthy, I don't think so. But this has to be wheels up for Stribling. I got to pour some water. We were just saying this. I was saying this last night when everyone was taking Stribling in like the 12th round after the Ricky Pearsall stuff. I was like, yeah, he's going to start going in the 12th or 11th, and they're going to sign Diggs. I thought it was Diggs. I was like, then he's going to go back to the 14th round. And I think that's fair. Where did he go here? 14th, 13th? Stribling went the 12th round here. 12:01. I feel like that's too aggressive. Am I wild to say that?
A little bit.
He seems to be going right around Cooper and the other platform. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I haven't seen a player shoot up like that and over a daily news in quite a while. What's like the last player you guys remember that shot up the board like that? That doesn't happen that often, It's
the combination of the injury and the rookie factor, right? Like that is like the recipe for these guys to really shoot up the boards. People want to get on rookies, they want to get in on the unknown, and you miss the unknown with now essentially pretty guaranteed playing time. Which the worry with Stribling was, he had the draft capital, but what playing time did he really upside did he have with all these guys healthy? Like Christian Kirk was probably going to start the year ahead of him. Pearsall has first-round draft capital as well and has shown out pretty well in the NFL when he's been on the field. Do you think Pearsall's out for the year, Keith?
As of right now, I'm completely hands-off at this point. I was just starting to mix them in the last couple of days, feeling guilty or, having some kind of, anxiety while I'm sleeping. I don't have enough Pearsall, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get them in there, and then this happened. So it was kind of...
Yeah, well, now you feel silly, don't you? You should have never drafted him. You should have stuck to your guns, Keith.
I was
like, I should have stuck to my guns and kept CeeDee Lamb on my dynasty team. But hey-o, no.
I'm going with Mike Washington here. I'm gonna go with the trend. We have Bucky as our 3, really good running back room. We'll go Ray Davis as our 4. It's a big tournament. Mike Washington is our 5. Take some big shots. We need one more, and then it'll probably be either Kalon Black or Damon Claiborne. But I'm going to wait. I think we can wait around. So we're in round 18. We have two court. Do we take a shot?
I'm not taking Claiborne. Don't worry. Don't take Kalon. Don't take Kalon Black. Just take Damon Claiborne. Don't take that. Debo's there now.
Michael Mayer. What do we do here? Because we have two onesies. I don't like it. There's no point in having both onesies at 2 with the 20-round draft. Hurts and Kyler versus Goddard and Kraft. What do you think is more of a need for this team to get a third? It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Maybe the Hurts and Kyler route.
All right.
That's a coin flip there.
We'll take Tua if he's there. We'll just take Tua if he's there. Why the hell not? No correlation, but we'll do that.
How's that a terrible idea?
Take JJ McCarthy. No, I would never do that. See, that's hedging the best ball team. We don't want to do that because that just like if Kyler doesn't play, like, do I even want JJ McCarthy as my fantasy quarterback? Hell no.
Well, if you take a pie and you multiply it by 500 and Geno Smith's time as the Jet starter combined with the hairs on his ass, you get a week 7 blow up.
You got any Shador, Rob? You got any Shador action? Any Browns?
No, I don't have any Browns per se. So
what about Shador over? If you want to go for upside a little bit, I don't know. I mean, this guy gets hurt when Tua gets hurt when the wind blows different directions.
I know,
man.
But the Penix injury, I know Tua's starting the year. I know it's like maybe he won't finish the year.
That's fair.
But let's. There's just questions about Penix right now. There's also Tua's kind of dinged up as well.
I know.
I also the tiebreaker is I think the Falcons have a chance to be a top 12 to 15 offense, but upside. And I'm high in the Browns offense too. I think their ceiling is 20, right? Like if they were the 20th best offense, we'd be ecstatic this year with all these Cleveland players. They'd all meet their ADP, including the quarterbacks. But let's get some comments here. Go ahead, Mouth.
You know what? Go to the comments. I just had to. I just can't believe I did what I just did. I almost had to vomit in my mouth because I just had to take Troy. Kind of feel.
Oh, no one likes taking Troy Franklin. Derek says Baker to Minnesota. Kyler and Baker continue to follow each other around. Baker needs to get paid. I love Baker Mayfield. He's still not better than Dak Prescott, though. If Dallas is the Dallas Cowboys in here. What week of the year does Aaron Glenn get fired? Guys, rapid fire answers. Give me a number.
9.
Stole my answer. 9. So I'll go week 8. No, he's. You know what? I'm going to say not this year. Not this year. Sorry, he's an excellent relationship with that owner. I'm going to say he makes it through the year.
I think it's either really early or not at all. I think I get what you're saying because I think they're good. I think they're good this year. But it's not going to be because of him. It's not going to be because of Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's an idiot.
There's a reason Frank Reich was put there.
That's the coach offense at a minimum.
Yeah.
Somebody's got it.
Probably the team when they fire Aaron Glenn mid-season.
Kalshi has so this is the prediction app or whatever, has Anthony Richardson has 67% chance of not getting traded, while Jerry Jeudy is listed as the most likely player to get traded. That makes a lot of sense. Get something for Jerry Jeudy, pave a runway for some of the younger guys.
But who takes Jerry Jeudy?
I've been saying this. The Ravens. The
Who
Ravens
are you
need Jerry
trading him to?
Jeudy.
The CFL?
The Ravens. No, the Ravens need Jerry Jeudy.
The Ravens will be in one landing spot. Another would maybe be Atlanta. Makes some sense.
Actually, no. Atlanta makes a whole lot.
Jonathan, thanks, buddy. Rocking the Fanatics hat. 2 races this weekend. Hey-o. Well, you know what, Jonathan? Whenever you get that thing all stained up and sweaty and ruined, I'm just going to send you another one because we love Jonathan around here. Round of applause for Jonathan last night. What a great performance.
Yeah.
Dude knows ball.
Good job,
Jonathan
bro.
is, like I said, you guys, man, are... Now, Keith, you're a little newer to the community, but these guys have been with me since day one of the streams. And Jonathan he can't even draft underdog and any best balls in Nevada. And the motherfucker watches 90% of the best ball drafts. And you know how much I do. He watches the segment, and then he watches 2 hours of me drafting best ball after. Fucking love Jonathan, love Derek, love Dakota, love Mouth, love you, Keith, since you've been on. All you guys, dude, literally much love. And just digging the community, digging all the engagement, and just the support is for real.
By the way, if you want to hear mine and Beast's take on training camp news and what's been going on so far in training camp in the NFL. That's what our latest episode's about.
Yeah, I actually just saw that before I came out. I'm going to post it. But also, guys, if you do want to find another way to support me, you're essentially supporting Mouth as well. You should do that because he supports me a lot. Downtown Sports, link in the description for the Spotify. They're on YouTube as well. Guys, Ian Eagle, Noah Eagle, regular guests of this program. You're not getting that here. There you go. And it's only 2 nights a week. It's only 2 shows a week. It's not nearly the content we're putting out. So there's plenty of time to listen to it when you're, taking a shower, taking a poop. I take a lot of showers and poops, so I pretty much consume that when I'm on the toilet. But I'm always listening to pods when I'm shitting. It helps like relax me, and then like my bowels just come out. It's fucking beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, and then I say and then Beast says something horrible about something that happened in the world of sports, and then it just comes right out, and then you're done. Quick 2 minutes.
It's important to understand it's not a simultaneous action. Just for anyone, just putting that out there.
That's right.
We're gonna take a shot here, a deep shot on Michael Mayer, because we have 8 receivers. So here's the team. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna read you guys the team, and we'll figure it out. It's hard. I hate doing draft grades on this because you can't see the full team. You have to like figure out which position you have.
Oh, that's tough.
Even on the app, it's tough. And like I'm a visual person. It's like, do I want a girl to describe what her body looks like, or do I just want to see her naked? Like, I want to see her naked. I don't want to hear be like, well, you know what? Like, oh, I got, these curves here. I got some cellulite above my, above my waistline. Like, fine, bitch, I want to see that shit. All right, here's the team. We have Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, and Tua at quarterback. Tight end is Tucker Kraft, Dallas Goedert, and Michael Mayer. Running back is Hampton, Breece Hall, Bucky Irving, Ray Davis, Mike Washington, Damon Claiborne. And then wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, Ibuka, Jamison Williams. Jaden Reed's the 4. I don't love that. Higgins is 5. Debo is 6. Tucker is 7. Wicks is 8. I don't love the receiver room thinking about it, but I feel like I have flex appeal there with Bucky. Tight end flex appeal. This is a very balanced squad.
Yeah.
Balanced squad. Who did you take, Mouth?
Sam Roush. My first share of him in any tournament at all.
Yeah, you got to take some shots there at the end of the draft. So it's the 20th round. We're going to do one more of these. And Keith, you're going to help us out. We're going to do this one. We're 100% tag team this fucking thing. Let's do it.
Sounds hot.
All right, I'm going to count you guys down. Same exact tournaments. Let me know. Blake says he hates his team. Max says the real question is, what week does Zach Taylor get fired? That guy is going to be coaching there forever because they love Zach Taylor for some reason. We have Kenneth in the chat. What's up, Kenneth? Hatcher says, God damn it, Rob. These clips are fucking killing me, man. Matt Friend says, LOL. Please don't take Flournoy. I got you there. You are the American Sniper. That's not my name. Let's see. Drafting trio. Shibby. Shout out to Dakota. Anthony. What's up, bros? What's up with you? Dakota, Rob, do people understand it was smart for the Niners to see if the PCL would heal on its own? Surgery in February 26 or now? He's still missing the whole season. Yes. Yeah. You know what? Me and Storey talked about this. We were worried about Pearsall. It's not over. We don't know anything yet. I think it's – give me the percentage chance that we see Ricky Pearsall this year, guys.
I'll say 15, 10, 15.
Woo, that's low as shit. Mouth, what's your percentage
30.
chance we see Ricky Pearsall?
30, because you gotta give him a chance to get through the medical exam.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 50%. I think. Okay. I mean, if he plays at all, he's gonna play week 1. I feel like, or like week 4. It's not gonna be like a major injury. If it's something that's gonna be like week 12, they're just gonna shut him down, right? Why not? Like, why fuck with that? So we'll see. And it's concerning they brought in Debo. That's very concerning. Like, because they would not have brought in Debo with the history they have there if Ricky Pearsall's injury was not a potential to be a season ender.
Yeah. Fair. All
right, guys. We're doing the $3 500K play action 20 entry max. I'm going to count you guys down from 5. Let's all join together. Mouth, are you ready? I want to make sure you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Mouth is ready. His screen is frozen. That's because he's signing up for this. Let's go. We'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join it up.
Enter. Me and you were the first ones, Rob, I think.
I am getting in right now. Sweet. Patrick says Ricky P has glass bones and paper skin. For real? Yeah, kind of does. With the Panthers rookie going down, does Leggett's stock rise a bit? You know what? I took Leggett last night in a draft just to get ahead of it a little bit, and it ends up he's out for the year. So, you know, you guys know my thoughts on Chris Brazzell. Like, I thought Chris Brazzell was awful. I thought he was a very athletic dude. Just not even the Tennessee thing, just the person. Like, I called him Jermaine Burton is what I did, and because there's a lot of noise with him just kind of being that dude. And I'm very high on Coker this year. I'm very high on Ted McMillan this year. These guys need to go up. Xavier Legette in these situations, a 20-round draft for sure needs to be drafted. He could probably sneak into round 18 and underdog, right? Round 17 as a third receiver with no tight end on that team at all.
100%. His physical attributes land them in the draft just on that alone. He's a very fluid, big guy.
Oh, I'm pick 9.
Who do we got in here? We have Jay in here at 6. Blake at 3. I'm at 2. Turd Burglar, love that name. I don't know who that is. Mouth at 9. Dakota at 7. Derek at 11. The American Sniper Derek at 11. So, all right. Pretty balanced out again. Digging it.
Sounds
Let's
like man.
I'm just going to go off my phone the first couple rounds and just talk through this with you, Keith, and then we'll pull up the draft board as we get deeper down with some more decisions. But
sounds
we'll
good.
Take whoever falls at 2.
I'll take whoever falls at 9.
At this point, I mean, is anybody paying any? I mean, we're not even considering this holdout stuff yet, right? I mean, it's way too early to even be worried about that. You guys feel the same way, or what's your guys'
Yeah, I'm not worried. They have to play. Like, you know, Dan Campbell is cultivating this environment there. Jahmyr Gibbs knows he's going to get paid. Bijan Robinson, I think, has more of an argument to get paid because he's on a team that he, sucks, and he can hold out. Like, this is a championship window for the Lions. They'll figure something out if he's not going to play. Bijan I'd have more concern over, but I would say like 1% concern level. Like, these guys aren't missing time, and they're also not guys that need the reps. I almost like this about drafting them because they don't need the reps. I don't want them getting hurt in practice. Like, sit out, go chill, go on a beach somewhere. Do
it's fair. Detroit, they pay their stars here. We have a very, very loyal fan base. They want to save face in front of these fans. They would never go down the route of making this guy wait for his money. It's impossible. I give it like 0% chance.
So Dakota's still in there defending Ricky Pearsall not being made of glass. I mean, bro, like, I get take the gunshot out of it. He has had soft tissue shit. He had some stuff coming out of Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a college guy. I think there was some injury concern stuff there. And then now this is just a lingering injury. And whether this is a one-off, it is what it is. But we can only go on the information we've had. Ricky Pearsall has not played a lot of football. And that's a problem. And this is another problem. And, like, they drafted Stribling for a reason as well. Whether you like the pick or hate the pick, it wasn't that much of a need for them. They had other needs they could have addressed. They could have brought another wide receiver they wanted. They took a pretty big capital there on Stribling. So I would agree. He is not Marshawn Lloyd, because there's only one Marshawn Lloyd. His name's Marshawn Lloyd, or the guy, or literally Samuel L. Jackson in the movie Glass.
Marshawn Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd is the guy that is just like, what? He got injured walking his dog? What? Oh my God. But, it's not looking good for Ricky Pearsall. The career, if you have him in Dynasty, I'd be freaking out, dude. Like, do we ever even see him get a starting job again? Like, does his team move off of him? I mean, there's a lot of stuff to consider, and it's just not good. Sucks. I like Ricky Pearsall's game, man. Yeah. One of the best I've seen against man coming out in a long time. That's why he was a first round pick. Guy is a top 10 percentile against man coverage, and you just can't teach that shit, right? You can't teach it.
Yeah, I've decided to go crazy in this draft. You see, I'm sitting in like 90-degree heat right now. Because that's what the temperature gauge in the room says, 90. So
90.
Yeah,
sounds like what I used to have.
Yeah. So sounds like I went nuts. I took Genty with the 9th pick.
I've always been impressed with I've been impressed with Mouth. Anyone can come on here and draft a team, but to challenge yourself and put yourself in those types of situations in 90 degree, I'm impressed, Mouth. You're showing me new levels to your game tonight.
Fucking in a sauna, dude. What's the normal temperature in a sauna? Like 120?
I'm barely keeping this piece of technology working. I have like a fan that I'm holding the phone that I'm using to stream and draft with. By the way, media guy, this is what I do, so I know how to actually make good lighting off of a 10-year-old cell phone, and I can draft best ball teams and talk at the same time. Yeah, I all stupid human tricks that have made me almost no money. Beautiful skills that I have that just not yet. Very soon.
Not yet.
Very soon.
Guys, we only have 12 likes. There's 24 people in here, 12 likes. We need 30 likes. We need 10 subs. We need a Patreon member to sign up, or we need, I think, 14 more super chat dollars, maybe a little less than that. Any of those things get us a third draft. It's I prefer the likes. I prefer the subs. Ideally. Let's check the sub count here. We
need more subs.
We've gotten 0 in this, so we're not going to get to 10 subs. That is probably not
0.
gonna happen. I have it on sub only. Yeah.
Bullshit. We need to get more subs.
Well,
okay.
Typically, when we have 22 people in here, it's going to be pretty much all community members because all you guys watch every show. And there's there's 35 people in the community, like in the Patreon. Like you guys are watching almost every show, so you guys can't sub twice. I know you
there could be some stragglers. You never know. Yeah, exactly. Get in here. And then what you should do on top of that is you need to sign up for this little thing that we call the Patreon. So this way, if you don't want to listen to my crazy ass come on here all the time anymore, maybe you can if you join the Fanatic tier.
Damn straight. Come on, talk about Ricky Pearsall being made of glass or not being made of glass. We're going to get Nico Collins here. You cool with that? I was hoping Rice fell, but it's Nico. Nico or Pickens. I'm not taking Pickens.
Yeah, Nico. Yep. Definitely. Yeah. Either way, Nico.
Yeah, I'm taking Nico for sure.
And that's penciling him in to miss 2 or 3 games. Like, that's fine. Go do your thing with that, but you're still going to be a beast.
We got Mark in here clutching it for everyone. Third draft for the boys. Let's get it. Love the let's get it. Man. That was a tradition for literally 5 months on the show, in the lobby, waiting for me. Fucking miss those days. But Mark is a super hardworking guy this recent couple months, and hopefully all is well, man. We love you. Now we take Pickens here. Now that works.
Yes.
Right? You down with that?
Down with that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Somebody pulled.
Yeah, I figured we weren't getting. Yeah, McConkey. See, thank you for the McConkey pick because we just got Pickens and Collins.
That was nice.
Not the most unique team, but I feel like it's Pickens usually does not fall here. Dig it. Thank you again. Mark. You know what? We got a beer chug just for you. I'm gonna race myself in honor of alcohol, and it's not great for your health, but it's great for the streams. Let's do it. Here we go.
Here you go.
What? This is Mark. I fucking love Mark. The guy's not watching the show very much anymore. He always comes in here and just donates, supports his boy. You're my boy. I'm gonna do it back to back. Let's fucking go.
Here you go.
I'll get my arm loose.
3/4 down.
Back to backs. I'll get my arm loose for the rounds 18, 19, and 20.
Oh, yeah.
Big boot to Dakota, and then there's Bears 1, 2, 3. Remember how you said we were waiting for Bears 1, 2, 3? There he is.
Here we go.
Bears 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit! What do we got? Bears 1, 2, 3. I'm confused.
No, you said you couldn't wait.
Oh
for
yeah,
their,
I said number one Bears
draft.
fan. Yeah,
number one Bears fan or Bears 1, 2, 3. Here you go.
Well,
Bears
what was
1,
the
2,
one
3.
guy's name? It was like Cubs. And the funny thing is, again, I'm making the joke. My name is Cubs fan 311, which is kind of lame. But his was like Bears, Cubs, Bears, Cubs, Hawks 2 or something. Like, I get it. I mean, my name's pretty lame too. I didn't choose this. This is my email. And I don't know why. Maybe I just chose it, but I've had this email, CubsFan311, since 8th grade. 8th grade.
Well, hey.
Respect.
Can't mess with that.
I got my first 311 album in 2nd grade. So I stick by. I'm a loyal fucking dude. Still dig the band, for sure.
And that's why you should sign up for the Patreon, because Rob is a loyal dude. He's going to send you merch.
Y'all are loyal
as well. He's going to send you picks. He's going to send you the best of content, all for the low, low price of
$5 a month. And you get my services. $10 a month, you get my almost full services, and Fanatics get I will come to your house and cut your grass. If you're local, I'll fucking cut your grass. You're gonna get a great deal. Also, exactly. I want to announce we're about to crack. If tonight goes, we got a 3rd draft going, and tomorrow's the last day of the month. We are gonna hit 120 hours live this month. That is insane. That is about 29 hours per week live, which is about a little over 4 hours, right at the 4-hour mark live. And there's an extra day in the month. So yeah, 4 hours live on average every night in July, which is starting to get in the thick of things, guys, but it's not August. It's not September. So if I'm doing this shit in July, I'm going to be doing it in October. I mean, I've been doing it since last year. In the off season, we were doing at least 3 hours a night, pretty much 6 to 7 days. I took a day off every 2 weeks, maybe in March and May. But I'd take the night off, and I'm I miss the streams. I miss talking to Mouth. I miss talking to Derek. I miss Big Ray talking about meniscuses. I need that. I need this in my life, man. You guys. Someone was running back here, which is an interesting start. T. Higgins falls to pick 37. How's your team looking, Mouth? What do you got? Bowers at 16, Genty and Kyron. He's taking a my guys approach, and I dig it. I got to switch the tune up.
So far.
Let's switch the tune up. And there we go.
It's a nice start, Rob.
Yeah, man. See if we can land the plane. We have some good options here. I'm going to go, once these guys pick, we'll go. Well, Blake is right next to us, so. By the way, your boy Adam, nice and blunt. I think we're doing a home and away thing on Wednesday. He's gonna be coming on our program. I'm heading over to his show to drafts. We're gonna do. I think I want to do a shares show with him with his shares, who he has the most shares of, and pick his mind. And you guys can all hear he's a very, very smart drafter, really good dude.
Yeah,
hosts a great show. I'll admit it. I think he hosts a better solo basketball show than I do. And I have the entertainment factor. He's also super entertaining. He's a fucking pro. Also, it's just a super likable, chill ass dude, and I think you guys are all gonna like him. If you've not seen him, we have a lot of crossover on our times. He's a West Coast dude, so he starts his at 8 o'clock. It's the same time, but he's a 3 or 4 hour night guy as well. So, much love for him, man. He's in the Thrones League, the Iron Throne League, the content creator league I'm in. So, be nice to link up with him. And I'm going to go on his show to talk about TJ Hawkinson a bunch. And I know I've watched the show enough. I know he's not in on Hawk this year. And I want to see his thing. I want to maybe try to sell him on TJ Hawkinson a little bit.
I wonder, you see, not a lot of people, I don't think, understand certain things the way that we do when we watch football. When we understand that Hawkinson, while he might be terrible.
Sorry, auto-pick Travis Etienne. Hold on, real quick, Mouth. We'll talk about Hawkinson in a second. Me and Keith have to make this next pick here. So we up at 2 picks. David Montgomery's still on the board. I would consider him at 50. Waddle is probably the answer. And I probably should have just gone Waddle here. But this guy reached. There he goes. Waddle. It's fine. I think we want to go running back here because Monty is there. What do you got?
Travion's a consideration. He splits work, though.
Do you like Hendy over? I like Montgomery, dude. We can get I know we have Nico. We just have to make sure we get CJ Stroud, or you think that's too much in the Titans or on the Texans?
Well, that's a lot. It's heavy Texans. I think they're gonna have a big year, but that's tough. That's tough. I'll leave this one to you, man.
I'm taking Judkins. Let's just take my guy. Let's just take our guy. Let's just take Juddy.
Yep. Take your guy.
Let's take Juddy. Let's take Juddy. Same buy as Bijan. Not worried about it. It was Tootin, Henderson, David Montgomery. If it wasn't for the Nico Collins pick, I'm taking Montgomery every time there. Every fucking time there. But I know it's PPR. I am not worried about Judkins. Are you a Judkins guy? I'll give you the next pick. How about that?
Oh, sounds good. Yeah. I got Judkins right in that class, obviously. I like the fact that he's carved out his situation already. Tootin has a little more upside situation. So I
Definitely.
do love, I do like Judkins has that thing locked down. You know, it's just if he's healthy, you're getting a 17 game, 20, 25 touch guy, that's what you do in the 5th round.
We did the math. Me and Storey did the math. It's easy math. He averaged 20 touches a game. It was 19.7 touches a game last year. I combined his week 1 where he didn't have the preseason and he only played like 40% of the snaps. And I combined his last week where he got the injury in the second quarter to 1 game, which is essentially equates to a full game. 19.7 touches a game with the worst offense in football, essentially. And I feel like he had 2 catches a game. I feel like all those things can go up a little bit. If he just averages 20 touches a game and he plays every game, that's 340 touches. 340 touches from a 5th round running back. That, yes, the pass catching upside is not Tootin's, it's not Scatterbo's, it's not Jacobs even, but it's 35 catches if you ask me. I mean, I feel like that's not crazy. That's what was on pace for. I think 40 would be really feasible, and you just can't. I don't care how ugly and how empty calorie the touches are. Like, touches are touches, and the dude's film, man. I went back and watched Judkins' film. He's a man. Like, he has everything TreVeyon Henderson's not. You know what I mean? Like, let me ask you guys this. If you just swap the situations last year, is there any world that Ramondre Stevenson was beating out Quinshon Judkins last year?
No.
There you go. I mean, it would be close because Ramondre actually played like an elite running back towards the end of the season, but the beginning of the season, Ramondre would have just been so buried on the bench by Judkins, it wouldn't have even been funny.
Yeah, there's a big disparity in talent there between those two guys. No, I like the pick the more I'm thinking about it. Really like it. There's 3 teams. I was mentioning that there's 3 teams that I've been huge on that nobody, that aren't being drafted in these. And that's team number 2. I'm not afraid of empty touches there. I think they're going to be very improved. I really do.
Let's talk about our next pick here. So we're pretty much done at running back. And the reason I take the 3rd running back there is now you get to the range of grossness. It's Price, Pollard, Warren, and I don't mind Warren in PPR, but in terms of best ball, like, what's the upside unless there's an injury to Dowdle? Stevenson, Harvey, Chuba. Like, I don't like living in that world. I don't. I'd rather just wait to the next range of Dowdle, Gainwell, Corum, Monungai and wait 2 rounds. So we're smashing wide receiver. We could take a tight end. I'm not going to take one because Tucker Kraft's the next guy that would be ahead of ADP. And then the quarterback thing, there's not a lot of correlation with this team. Dak would be a little bit of a stretch, like 5 picks ahead of ADP. I don't hate doing that because we have Pickens. We can get Ferguson later. That's an option. If like Jaden Daniels falls back, that would be right at ADP. I don't really want to take an unstacked Jaden Daniels. So I guess it's what falls to us at wide receiver, and we'll talk. It's always DK Metcalf in this range. So what is your pulse on DK? I take DK fucking so much, dude.
Yeah, it's tough for me because not being able to play on this platform kills me. But like, it's a whole different situation. But in the other platform, at the swing at the 6-7 turn, it's obviously Metcalf. It's QJ. It's those are the big clicks for me. So those are the first 2 that come to mind. I would need to see if you want to
let's get it. We're gonna start pulling it up now for you.
Okay.
And you take this one home with us here. So I'm not a Tyson guy. Are you a Tyson guy? Like, again, I was talking yesterday, 3.5 is his Vegas total for touchdowns. That is insanely low. And again, it doesn't mean he's going to bust, but like, they're predicting that. Shuck has a 17.5 over under. Like, he should smash that number. That's just concerning. DK's at 6.5. I know this is full PPR. Tyson has more PPR value than a guy like Tyson. Tyson has more than DK, but like, the touchdown number is just scary as shit.
Yeah, what I definitely, well, it doesn't matter. I was out on Harrison, so that worked out perfect. Yeah, Godwin's a PPR monster, but not a lot of pizzazz.
We have 3 options here. We should take 2 of these guys, and we have 2 picks next 4. So rank these guys: QJ, Metcalf, Godwin.
I'm
and
going.
Keep in mind we have a pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go Metcalf and QJ at the top, then Godwin. It's just kind of how it's laid out, actually.
Okay, let's go QJ, and then just hope we get DK or Godwin falling back. Let's just play the ADP game with the guy at the turn. What I always like to tell people, especially when you're one pick away from the turn, when you have guys that it's a flip of a coin, right? You can do the exposure game, or I can redraft specifically. I'm just going to take the highest ADP guy, and if I want to take both these guys, the odds that he reaches on, that he takes, if I took DK, he's more likely to take QJ. I don't know this guy's drafting preference, who he likes, but like a lot of people do play the ADP game. So like take the guy higher if you're going to take both of them.
Yeah.
And like maybe if we had Godwin first, like I would risk not having Godwin because I'm pretty sure he won't take Godwin. He had to take back-to-back receivers.
Yeah.
And we're happy with all these guys, right? Now, if it comes down to it, is it DK, Godwin, Sutton in that order?
Yeah, for me. Yep. Kai Lemon's interesting too, man. Wow. Yeah, but Metcalf for sure, and then we can talk about if Metcalf's not there. But yeah.
Okay.
I actually got Metcalf and QJ on Blunt Stream today at 84.85. That was in half PP. That was pretty sick.
Do we want to reach on? I think there's a chance we can get. Holy shit, our boy's gone. So Herbert's gone. Wow. I mean, Dak is an option, but do we want to reach on Dak or take DK? It's your call.
Let's take DK. What is I don't even know the scoring for is it? Do you get any bonuses at like 300?
You do get 300-yard bonuses, but it's only 4 for a passing touchdown. So like it does give a pocket passer a little bit more, upside. But if it's 6 for a passing touchdown, we're smashing Dak. So we are going to have to
there's
go.
a reason
has to be. Go ahead.
There's a reason I smashed Burrow when I did.
You know what?
In DraftKings, that's the quarterback I'm after. I'm after it's like Burrow, because I know he's going to give me over 300 yards every single week. Win or lose, it don't matter.
So I think this needs to be a Malik Willis team. We're not going to have the stacks we want.
Mm-hmm.
I think Malik Willis is my go-to and we could take Willis, Stroud, and Tua or Geno or Brissett, something like that, and have a pretty good quarterback and wait really long.
That makes sense.
Our other stacking options are Aaron Rodgers. We can go Aaron Rodgers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, really. I mean, and Tua's a good option too because we have Bijan. So it's gonna be a late quarterback team, but the team is pretty stacked, dude. Really good running backs. Nico Pickens, QJ, and Metcalf. Some heavy hitters there. Not the best PPR mavens in terms of QJ and Metcalf, but big week potential for sure.
I know it's a little early, but maybe we consider. No, it's actually not early. I'm looking at Laporta and Laporta Goff. If it's still available, it doesn't. I doubt it is. But
yeah, there you go. And then we get backstack Tesla or something.
Yeah,
that's an option too. Now Laporta is ADP 85 here, so he probably won't be there. And if mouse drafting, I don't think we're gonna get Laporta. But
what is that? I got Bowers, man.
Oh,
he's got Bowers.
Nice. So Willis' ADP is 131. So let's take a look at the board, and we're gonna have 122. Do we want to reach on him? No, we're just going to kind of make quarterback work. Maybe he falls to 143. Probably unlikely. I don't like making money on taking a quarterback like Willis 10 picks ahead of ADP. I know it makes a lot of sense for our team, but there's a lot of ways to make this work.
We could Wendell Robinson, if a little while, not this round, but we can always back into something like that with Cam. And there's a few other
Gunnar Helm. There's a lot of options. And again, I always say this. I never, an underdog, I'd be shitting my pants here in a tournament if you don't have any stacks and the stacks are running because you need to stack an underdog.
Yeah.
This is a big tournament, yes, but full PPR, the value comes on volume more than it does touchdowns. It's nice to have it all, right? But taking the better team is more important than taking stacks to take stacks. So I've always believed that. I think the numbers would bear that out as well. There goes Laporta. There goes Jalen Hurts. Dak falls to 82. Let's get to some more comments.
I got to figure out what I'm doing over here coming up very, very shortly.
Niners have value, baby. Niners have value. You know, that's how I got the Brock Purdy 20-1. They're probably going to fall with this injury potential, like 20-1 for the Super Bowl. It's the Niners, man. It's Kyle Shanahan. You know they're going to be in the mix for sure. Thank you, Dakota. Back-to-back chugs is a college boys special. 120 hours is 16% of July hours. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's a lot of fucking time.
Yep. That is crazy.
Yeah, the reports. I want to get your guys' opinion on this one. So the Maserati Marv, we can't call him that anyway. Marvin Harrison, the videos are circulating, and, you know, he's a guy that a lot of people hate for many reasons. A guy that's, you know, been given this opportunity, and he did earn it in college for his production, but the name value, stuff like that, people don't like, players, kids that were them giving everything. It's been a rough career. The numbers have been okay in his career, but the optics have been bad, the body language, and now the drops. I think they're kind of blowing this out of proportion, but it looks awful. I don't know if you guys saw the drops. It looks awful. He does not look engaged. He looks like he's going through the motions, dropping easy passes. Are you off? Is this going to change your opinion on Marv based on what it was a month ago, Keith?
Marvin Harrison?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To me,
Yeah.
last week or so, I don't know. That's one of the players that I was affected by actually seeing him out on the field. I was kind of into him moderately up until about a week ago, and I'm kind of switching all my shares over to Michael Wilson. I just feel like he's a younger, hungrier guy. Harrison was giving me vibes. It was a Detroit receiver that was like gigantic back in the day. Was it like Mike Williams was his name? Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just getting Mike Williams vibes with Harrison. I still believe that they could, be something, but I'm kind of out on them at this moment.
Mouth?
I mean, to me, no. With Marv, at this point, he's got to prove it. I've drafted enough of him at this point in time that I really don't need any more of him. If you're in that scrum of quarterbacks, which is where Marvin Harrison falls, like he's that one wide receiver in a sea of quarterbacks in ADP, if you take a look. But, if you're in that desperate of a strait that you are considering taking Marvin Harrison instead of one of the many decent to good options at quarterback that you should be taking in that point in the draft, you're already in trouble, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or you have Josh Allen.
Hey, Josh Downs, you cool with Josh Downs?
Absolutely
6 picks
cool with
ADP?
hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful pull. Beautiful.
It gives us an option for Daniel Jones later as well. And then
Fire.
let's get to the board and check out what we're looking at here.
Oh, God. That reminds me of the Josh Downs guy.
I have my queue. Let's see here. We can take another running back here, and I think Kyle Monangai makes some sense. I don't know your thoughts on Monangai. We could take Wandale. We could take Ricky Pearsall. No. Tight ends. We could take Pitts. 10 picks after ADP. I'm going to put him in the queue. I'll put Monangai in the queue. And so between those, did someone take Pitts? Did he just take Pitts? He took Pitts. So
Okay.
you want to take are you a Monangai guy? Like a Monangai guy?
In a PPR, I'm not. Not in a PPR. Wendell Robinson, perhaps, in a PPR. He should be peppered with targets.
Wandale? You want Wandale?
Not necessarily. You call it 4 seconds. I don't want you to time out.
I'm going Monangai just to lock it up.
There you go.
I understand that he's the non-PPR thing. This is just a Bears offense. If Swift goes down,
Well, yeah.
Just a kind of a floor play without the injury. Where I love in PPR, I love Wandale. I just can't draft Wandale in best ball. I just don't.
No.
I don't see the volume, right? I don't see the spike weeks, I suppose. Like how many touchdowns
It is
is he gonna
Dayball.
score?
It is Dayball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the guy who's been scheming him up for the past how many seasons?
Yeah.
Connor's in here. What's up, Connor? Are we doing an underdog? We're gonna hop in. The third draft will be underdog. How about that? Since our boy Mark hooked us up, we'll do an underdog draft. And unfortunately, those tournaments are already filled, guys. So we're back to square one with weekly winners and maybe we could do an eliminator together. I don't want to do that with everybody. It kind of sucks that 6 out of 12 teams lose the first week, but we don't have a lot of options. I don't want to draft best
like
mania
that.
against all you guys. And if we get enough people, maybe we do a sit and go. I mean, I'm down with whatever, dude. Whatever you guys want to do, again, we're gonna do. Let me get to the board here. My bad.
Well, unless Mark's here, maybe he tells us what he wants to watch.
Yeah.
If he's
Mark
still up.
usually just hops in, donates $20, says I love you, and then watches 10 minutes. What a goat Mark is. What a goat that guy
He is. He's the best. And since you guys didn't want him, he could be my wife.
Well, yeah, that's a nice fall there. Jaden Reed as well falls pretty far. We're still quarterback list. We're still tight end lists right now. I'm going to read the team off. I do like the team. So running backs, Bijan, Etienne, Judkins, and Monungai. Wide receivers, Nico Collins, George Pickens, Quentin Johnson, DK Metcalf, Josh Downs are 5. So we have to figure out the onesie spot here very shortly. Let's see. So Daniel Jones and CJ Stroud are both there at 140.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our bucket right here. 143, 146. We should pretty much guarantee one of them. Chance we get both. And then if we get both, we still want to take a guy like Brissett or Geno Smith or Tua, one of those dudes. And I think it's the fine quarterback group. We don't need a lot from quarterback with this team.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
that makes sense
as well, right?
That makes sense.
Let's see. Quarterbacks are all gone.
I wonder where
Kyler Murray. What about Kyler Murray? If he falls back to us 6 picks after ADP, we can backstack Hawkinson and take.
But guys, he's losing the quarterback competition. Don't draft him.
Oh yeah.
I made a funny.
Tyler Shuck could be an option. We do have ETN. I'm just thinking of if we want to just solidify one quarterback here. I guess we'll see what's available and make our decision from there. We're done at running back for a long time. Ricky Pearsall's available.
The escalator's open too.
Jacoby. You know what? You know what? Here's how you know the person just decided after this draft, I'm done. They just take Ricky Pearsall. That's how you know the draft is over.
There he goes. Bears fan. Yeah, he took him like right around a little after ADP, obviously, but not like where we would take him with this news. Like, where would you be comfortable taking Ricky P? Like 15th round, just on the flyer that he's not missing the year, you know? There's a point where we should take him, right? There's a point where, like in these drafts, I'm kind of comfortable if I need some upside at wide receiver, taking Ayuk with the last pick of the draft. Like not even the 20th round pick, but the last pick of the draft.
Rob, there's a point I should be taking prune juice, but I don't think it's this year.
Yeah, if you, I do.
At this point, after this news, I think all the shares we had at Pearsall are good enough.
Wow.
I'm putting a naked Kyler in there, and because the tight ends are gross. Like
I like Romeo
gross.
Dobbs here. Unless we don't need a receiver at all. I mean,
we have 5. I mean, Kyler's fallen. And he's a scrambler. He's not gonna. We don't need to stack him as much. We can take Hawkinson. I feel like
that's
Dobbs
fine.
is
That's fine.
to lock it up. What does the team next to us have? Let me just check this real quick. He has 1 quarterback, so let's take Kyler now, and then Dobbs might be there for us. We can also. There's nothing at running back we want. I don't want any of these tight ends like Mark Andrews. That's early on Andrews. I don't really want Kelsey. Do you?
No, I definitely like Andrews over Kelsey and Ferguson over Kelsey.
Same.
But
I feel like we're gonna go 3 tight ends. We're gonna go 3 tight ends. So let's just rock another receiver here. You like Dobbs? After Dobbs, if he goes, who are you looking at?
Next up would be Concepcion, Conception, however you say it.
Concepcion. All right, I'm cool with that.
Concepcion.
Give us also an option for another backpack, right?
Hold on, he said Conception?
I think it's Concepcion, right?
That's what I had it as, but I hear, some other people say it the other way, so I'm just, kind of hedging my bets.
Yeah, we don't want to be stuck with what the situation that we have with the running back from New Orleans.
Etienne.
The running back from New Orleans.
Concepcion. It's going to be Concepcion. You cool with that?
Yeah, love it. Yep, fire away.
So now we have. Oh, actually, we're not up yet, are we? No, we got Dubs. We got auto drafted Dubs. There you go.
All right, good.
How come your
I was
auto
looking at the
drafts are
comments.
great and my auto drafts are like?
Because I don't put guys in the queue that go 6 rounds after the round I'm in, because I've been there, I've done that. I only put guys I know I'm willing to take in that round. That's how I operate my queue, because I don't like queue casualties. That is that's a way to ruin a draft. Dakota says Pearsall should be off all draft boards. July NFL news is gospel. Dude has been hurt his entire career. That's a trolling comment from Dakota. I love you, buddy. He shouldn't be off the draft boards, but we have to understand there's a chance if we draft him that he's not playing this year, and a pretty decent chance. So
I'm pretty sure if you look up Kenyon Drake, he's still on the draft board.
Ooh, I love Kenyon Drake.
I've seen players on the draft board that haven't played in like 3 or 4 seasons. So, you see, this is where I would get screwed in auto draft if I made a mistake, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna make another mistake and take this player.
I'm confused by this one. Be even funnier if his brother still uses ETN.
I think it was his brother was the one that made the think about it.
Okay.
I think it was Trevor that said something about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. If his brother keeps ETN, but Travis ETN goes by A-Chain or whatever. A-Chain or I don't get that. What the hell, man?
Etienne.
That's so weird. That's so weird.
Attention!
You think about
getting a little crazy there.
I missed Dakota's comment. Hot take. I have the Bears missing the playoffs in 2026. I think they're actually plus money to miss the playoffs, if I'm correct. They have the third best odd. They're behind the Lions and Packers. So now they could all make the playoffs in terms of a wild card situation. I'd say they're probably 50-50, right? Like plus 100. I'd have to look it up. So Blake, can someone look this up for me? The Bears odds to make/miss the playoffs.
My first super hot take of the season is Bears repeat.
They're what?
Repeat what?
Repeat as NFC North
champion. Oh, NFC? Okay. Well, I think that's possible. They have a tough schedule, but certainly possible. Yeah.
I have a hot take from Ray. I got Ray in my ear here. Bears win the Super Bowl. Luther Burden has 1,700 yards and 18 touchdowns, and then DeAndre Swift pulls a LT and breaks a touchdown record, and that's it. Ben Johnson is not just Coach of the Year; he's Jesus of the Year. Love you, Ray. Ray's partying up at a bachelor party, so we love you, buddy.
Yeah, don't worry. If he's watching, he won't remember what you're saying.
He would make it be known he was in this chat. You know, that's Ray. If he comes to a party, you know Ray's there. Bears to make playoffs plus 108. Bears to miss playoffs minus 126. So pretty much 50-50. Which side would you guys bet? I don't think it's a very lucrative bet either way, but which one would you do?
I would have to say make the playoffs. I mean, I know the division's murderer's row, but I'm not betting against them to not make the playoffs.
You know, when I said they were going to...
You have won the division, right?
When I said they were going to win the division last season, everybody thought I was really insane. This is less insane than last year's prediction. I would just bet them winning the NFC North and probably make money.
That's like 3-1. I think that's 3-1. I think they were, when I checked earlier in the offseason, it was 3-1 because they're the third best odds. Both Packers and Lions are ahead of them. I love the Lions this year personally.
I'll be rooting for them. I love them for fantasy. Yeah, it could go either way. You know, whether they win 7 games or win 13 games, I love them for fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, Petting requires his offense to pass the football obsessively. Just has to be effective. Jared Goff will be an effective quarterback. You saw what Petzing did for Trey McBride. I would expect that Laporta will have at least a top.
Stribling? You want to take a look at Stribling?
I put Jennings in there for the stack.
Okay.
We could take. What do you think, Jennings for the stack? Because we can go Stribling. I don't take Stribling. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to be that guy.
Your call, your team, your Fazuls.
Shit, dude. fuck. We just got auto drafted, didn't we?
Well, which auto draft did you get?
All right, we got Sam Darnold. It's not the end of the world. So.
Oh my God, man!
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, we just got auto drafted. Oh, it was Jamar Chase. Oh, how terrible!
No. I'm still putting Stroud in here now. So we're gonna finish our quarterback room up. The reason I can't take Stribling is like if I haven't been taking him, like I'm not gonna take him way ahead. I just don't believe we don't know about Pearsall. You got Debo in there. Like I understand it. It's a naked pick. So we have Kyler, we have Sam Darnold, and we'll take CJ Stroud waiting at quarterback. I think it's a pretty nice room. And then we don't have a tight end yet. So we're going to take 3 or 4 tight ends in this team. The rest of our roster is super stacked. We got to probably take Torrey Horton with our last pick, which potential snipe there because people love Torrey Horton. Let's just get CJ Stroud in the queue. We are up. So we're done at quarterback. We have a stack with Stroud. We have nothing with the other quarterbacks. Again, full PPR, not the end of the world.
We got Rodgers, right? We have a potential Rodgers stack.
Well, now we have 3, so we're done at quarterback.
Okay.
I wanted to lock up our boy Stroud. So we waited really long, but I feel like this quarterback room should be relatively strong where we're at. Christian Kirk needs to move up for sure. Christian Kirk is also dealing with a calf injury, which it's early. It's fine. So we have 4 running backs. It's Bijan, Etienne, Judkins, and Monungai. Super strong room there. Nico Pickens, Quentin Johnson, DK Metcalf, Josh Downs, and Romeo Doubs. Pretty strong wide receiver room. No tight ends, though, so we get to really focus on this position. We need our boy TJ Hawkinson for a million reasons to fall back. Let's take a look at how far he is down the list. He is 1, 2, 3. He's 4 tight ends down the list with 14.
You know
picks.
he's not.
Everyone has a lot of people have 2 tight ends already, so he should be able to make it back. It's just these 2 guys right here, mouth. Oh Jesus! Why'd you do that?
Because he's my tight end too when I take Bowers.
Yeah, but you just picked him way ahead of ADP. Way ahead of ADP. You could have got him with the next pick if you're.
It's like I don't even know Yenny. I don't even know.
Not in this room. Not in this room. Not with Derek lurking
sniping
around.
Us on Hawkinson. As
that
I'm
was
talking about.
It was vindictive and violent all at the same time. Kind of respect it.
Wild.
Kind of respect it.
No. If anything, you made the bad call though, Mouth, and it's fine if you want to do that. Take him. You don't need him on this team because there's no correlation. Take him at the 1404. He was going to fall back. See, Juwan Johnson goes. Henry and Sadiq are ahead of him in ADP. Like, I would play the numbers game there, and unless you are, I might do that, but I'm also the biggest fan of my boy, and I just like talking with the guy.
If you remember, I've been on Hawkinson for a while myself. Like, you and I were having conversations before you really hit the stream with that opinion. I was talking Hawkinson up for a bit as well. So this isn't completely insane of me. By the way, quarterback.
It's a little insane, but it's okay.
That what I just did was really insane there.
We need 3 tight ends of this group, and we'll see. We're going to take back-to-back tight ends here. We really have no choice because we can't just punt the position. So,
well, we have a natural stack for like one that should be in the crosshairs. He still looks like he's available.
Dalton Schultz. Yeah. Dalton Schultz. That's the guy. And AJ Barner as well. So I think we just go Schultz Barner.
There's nothing wrong with that. I like that.
And then we got a
great tight end room. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ferguson, Freiermuth. It's fine. It's just Hawkinson is I just like the player better. You know, actually I don't like the player better. I like the situation better. Again, I'm not ever on here saying TJ Hawkinson's a god. I think that he's in a godlike situation, right? It's
technically you did with the last picture, Rob. Technically, you kind of did with the last.
Well, yeah, I did exactly. Actually, thank you.
Not the split.
I say it's not that I have a picture of me. Derek says death, taxes, and mouse sniping TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, like you wouldn't have done it yourself.
And there goes Dalton Schultz. So that's just fabulous. It's from Jay Hawk.
One of your listeners, loyal listener.
You want to take Dulcich? Are you high on Dulcich?
That's probably the next one on the board. I
Yeah.
mean,
Don't you have Malik Willis?
No,
What's
we
that?
don't. We were
Oh.
talking about it. I don't
Oh.
want to take AJ Barner now and then have this guy take Dulcich. I feel like if we get Dulcich and then AJ Barner,
yeah,
it's
that
a
sounds
pretty
good.
nice situation. Now there's a chance, but AJ Barner's 3 tight ends down. Sadiq's ahead of him. Gunnar Helm's ahead of him. And
Now,
let's
at
see who
least
he
we get a
has.
stack back there.
Yeah, he won't. He has Kyle Pitts, who has a week 11 bye, so he should not take Barner here because then he needs to be forced to take a 3rd tight end, which he should anyway. But the bye should be the tiebreaker. He'll probably take Sadiq.
At least now I'm in a situation where all I do is hit running back wide out for the rest of the draft.
I do like that.
You got a full belly, do you, Mouth? Now that you got Hawkinson all to yourself?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I took Mendoza at 164 picks ahead of ADP. Just lock that one up.
This guy's taking.
Like if I go
entire
quarterback,
clock.
it'll be
There you go.
If I go
Sadiq.
quarterback, it might be last round.
So here we go. We got a stack with Darnold. We have a stack with Stroud. We have unstacked Kyler Murray, which, we could take Claiborne in the last round or something, but I'm fine with the unstacked Kyler Murray.
We actually do. We have we have Nico. That's right. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, so we have at least a little bit of correlation, and we can still backstack a little bit, like I said, with Claiborne. I still want one more tight end of this. We need one of these guys: Gunnar Helm, K-Dot, and Ferguson or Freiermuth. That's where I cut it off. Right after that, it's Parkinson and Njoku, Gesicki, Ingram, Tunja. It's bumps. It's guys I don't trust. We're gonna take 3 other way, but I want a 3rd in this next pick, and then we're pretty much just taking one more running back and then wide receivers. I have to get my phone charger, so I'll get you a comment up here. My phone's gonna die.
It's my turn, and I think with 4 running backs, I should go running back. Let's check by situation.
Connor's a giant Packers fan. Reed's gonna eat. Fingers crossed. Keith, talk about this since you don't come on very often. Talk about the Packers wide receiver situation. I draft a lot of Matthew Golden in best ball because I love him in that format, and especially as ADP. But I'm going to be drafting a lot of Christian Watson in redraft because 5th round for a guy. I know the injury questions, and then Jaden Reed is how much is he going to play? If he's a starter in the 2 wide receiver sets, Jaden Reed's probably the best value of the bunch. But so give me your take on the Packers.
My take would be that how he rotated his receivers last year. Like, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that really hurt them, hurt the receivers' growth, hurt their chemistry, hurt the team. Like from a team from 2 years ago, from them just rolling through the end of the rest of the year, crushing Dallas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think he goes and consolidates this back down, does the obvious thing. And I think all 3 have merit. Watson's obviously my favorite, but I think all 3 have merit. So I'm kind of high on them.
Now, we need to watch the news of Josh Jacobs because depending upon how, is it my turn to draft yet? No. Do away. Basically, dependent upon the Josh Jacobs news, because remember, we just got news that case is still open. It's not closed like we thought it was. So if Jacobs goes down, then you might see Jaden Reed taking some snaps out of the backfield because he's done things like that in the past. He is a gadgety type player. So if Jacobs misses any time due to any of his legal troubles, I think Jaden Reed might be the best value of the bunch there for sure.
Guys, I have a clip. Mike Storey. I want to get Mike Storey's opinion on the Jaden Reed situation. Here it is.
I like him in terms of can he possibly carve out a little niche role in the NFL at some point down the road? Sure.
Can he carve out a little niche role sometime down the road in the NFL? Those are like 4 different things.
What I heard is you're not going to draft him. That's what I heard.
Even at 199, he's off my board.
Yeah.
Like, would I fuck her if I was drunk and she paid me? Like, I debate it. Okay, that's not a fucking good girl. You gotta pay you if you're drunk?
Shouldn't be.
And you might?
Shouldn't be doing that. But there's not a lot of good-looking girls in the pool in Green Bay
Romeo
either.
Doubs is okay. Watson is solid.
Fucking love that clip, man. All timer from Storey. Like, just say you're not going to draft him. Like, he's trying to get articulate on the fucking on. If you want to draft, if you like Jaden Reed, fucking hilarious.
Rob, if beer bottles were for poker chips, you would be rolling over that game. You'd be just smashing that game. Let's just see bottles everywhere.
Oh yeah, there's some. I have like 9 in front of me. We would record like 2 in a row, like about an hour and a half. I'm always pounding.
Basically, you just reminded me. This is a beer and a blunt session on Professional Fanatic.
I just took Terrence Ferguson. Our tight end room's great.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Now,
plenty
the
upside.
question is, running back. Let's get to the. We have 4. Let's get to the board here. We need a running back. We need a receiver. So, are you a Marshawn Lloyd guy? I don't draft him a lot, but we need somebody. No. Braylon Allen. Do we wait for Mike Washington? We just take a receiver here.
I want someone, anyone.
We don't have any Titans. Ah, there goes fucking. Damn it. What do you think? Wicks, Booty?
I would go Booty.
Booty?
I would go Booty. Yep.
Especially we have with Doves. Does that change it for you?
No, it guarantees us timeshare, and if we get an injury, we get a real explosive play. We get a
all right.
Nice
all right.
Yep.
Let's do it.
You're looking at the second and third option at receiver on one of the more prolific offenses in the league. Great quarterback. Yeah, he wants to be there. He's saying now, and he's changed his whole tune. I think Booty's going to be impactful this year.
Well, Booty's going to be good. He had a great relationship with May last year. He was making circus-like catches. Another year of development, he should be getting much, much better as he goes. I don't see any reason why Kayshon Boutte isn't the number 2 receiver in this offense, if not the number 1. I mean, he's developing. A.J. Brown is going down. You never know.
Dakota saw that. There was a fucking moth in the room in that clip, and Nico was just looking out at the moth. Sean did buy a gifted membership for the Patreon for 1 month. So he's saying, anyone want a membership? So, I mean, I think people would probably fucking jump at that opportunity. So if most of these people in here are obviously already in the community, but if you're not and you want one, guess what? Boom.
Yeah.
Can you post it on here, Sean? I know we had an issue last night with it. I gotta get back to the board. My bad, boys. I'm sleeping on the job.
Yeah, I'm about 2 picks away. 1 pick away now. Here's Bears. And he picks Marshawn.
Yeah, he's getting autoed, by the way. So is the guy at the corner. He's getting autoed as well.
Oh, great.
Derek's a Booty guy myself. Jonathan, Booty over titties for sure. My answer is both. That's the actual correct answer, is both. I want to add a beautiful smile in there as well. And no, I can't see it, Sean. So apparently you cannot post it on here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to find, I think it was Dean who did Dean is the member that he signed up for the YouTube membership. Next time he's in here, I'm going to tell him, I told him last night to just find my email on the Patreon. It's listed to email me. I'll get him in the Discord and then you can gift him the membership that way. You have, I think, 2 months before it expires. So we'll get it taken care of. Dude, Sean, I do appreciate you for doing that yesterday. It was very nice of you. Sean, by the way, shout out Sean. Sean is, I think, the newest Patreon member. I think newest or second most recent. Shout out to Sean. Yeah. You see his name there. Sean, I think Sean Foley. Sean F. Appreciate you. Obviously, you see Keith in there. Keith is the second most recent Fanatic. Connor. All the guys. GT. Mouth. You know all the dudes. All the dudes. We appreciate all you guys. And glad to have you aboard, Sean. Glad to have you aboard.
Thank you for signing up, Sean. We appreciate you. And, you're going to love it.
It's been fun. From an unsolicited testimonial, it's a good time. I check the Discord each day. Like the banner. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend.
Yeah, and this is just the season, it's bonkers. Like Ray always says this. There's 3 hours during the day. It's like 4 a.m. Central. I'm talking from a Central time zone from what I see. It's like 4 to 7 a.m. that there's no one talking. And usually there's still mouths sometimes on there at 5 a.m. And during the business hours,
I work at all hours, man. When you have to record audio and do other stuff like that for a living, it's like you take the phone call at 2 a.m., get to set at 3, otherwise you don't eat. So I don't know if I know what sleep is anymore.
No, you're documented 4 hours a night max, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I'm allowed to get.
We got to go running back here, and the list is grody. I'm going to go to the list. I think we waited too long, but we'll figure it out. We have 4 really good ones. It's Emmett Johnson. It's Vidal. I'm going to put Claiborne in the queue. We do need him with the correlation. And then what other names do you see? Are you a Katron Allen guy? I am not, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm the top 2 names there, but I don't know if we see eye to eye on this, but Emmett and Vidal. I like the upside in both situations. I mean, you could hit a grand slam with one of those 2 guys if the right person gets injured. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I prefer Emmett Johnson just because, I mean, again, we still have the competition is Keaton. What the hell just happened here? Well, good thing I have my phone up here. Did Emmett Johnson just go? Emmett Johnson just went. So I'm going to take Jordan James. I'm not too worried about let's take Jordan James here, and then we'll take Claiborne. Yeah, I don't know what just happened here.
The fantasy generator you had to kick on, brother. When the power goes out.
These are all slow drafts. I'm clearly a degenerate. All millionaire makers. You know, I put my money where my mouth is. And by the way, I fund my entire operation. I don't have someone sponsoring me yet. I think I will soon. But this is all me, brother.
I'd say me and my pod are pretty close equivalent of a sponsor. I think we're the closest thing to a sponsor you guys got at this point.
100%. I mean, all you guys are sponsoring the show in a way and supporting the show. I'm talking about DraftKings giving me a promo code and like getting site credit. Like all these other streamers typically have site credit, and like they're not spending a lot of their hard-earned money on their drafts, which is an ideal situation to be in.
Hold on, you don't get the outside the invite a friend get $10. You don't get anything more than the regular, especially for being somebody who's drafted with them for such a long time.
No, I don't know how to set that up again. This is a grassroots situation, and I see people that have like 600 subs have a promo code, and like, yeah.
No, because I noticed something. No, because I noticed that you go to Underdog, like it has promo things like invite a friend. You have a promo code that you
do.
give.
Yeah.
And I think that's what these people are doing on Underdog for the most part. Like, unless they run a specific direct Underdog commercial, I'd imagine that's how it's going down.
No, the big dogs have like a deal. You know, you're not even a big dog. They have a deal set up with Underdog where like they're bringing people in, and how many more people they get in, they get more than just the $10.
Yeah,
that's my understanding. And Keith, this is a Derek move. This is a goat move. Late charge. Keith, what a goat. That's a Derek move. Keith has done this, or Derek had did this before to buy another draft. And Keith, goat, Keith. What were you doing, by the way? Is it
full disclosure, when you burn the candle at both ends, you have to be up at 7:30 in the morning, and you're up drafting on this platform at 3:30 in the morning. By Thursday, you run out of gas, and so that was a little embarrassing. But yeah, I just ran the 4 hours sleep 3 consecutive days and just gassed out at 9:30. I think I tapped out, and I woke up. And I was like, "Holy crap, it's crazy."
For sure. Now, I swear to God, now Keith, when you came on the stream the first time, I swear to God, I could have recognized.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know how much you roam around NYC, but I swear to God, I recognized you from somewhere. Like, you know, I walked into some building somewhere having to do with either CBS Sports or DraftKings or something, and I swear I could have placed your face there.
Do you run a lot of adult films? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
no correlation there. No, I'm from Philly, so you know, I don't know if you've been in Philly at all, but Philly and Michigan.
Bunch.
Okay, it could have been there.
A bunch have been in Philly. Okay.
Yeah.
Might have ran into you in Philly. All right. Cool. Yep. No, because I've actually had to do a couple of film shoots down in Philly, and I caught a Phillies game down there. I actually ended up in the sports talk radio station over there for a little bit.
Wow. WIP?
I was there. I was there for a day or two, just talking with the boys over there because I knew some people at FAM that knew people down there. So, got invited, spoke to them.
That's a neat experience, man. I would have loved to have been in that. Very cool.
Yeah, cool people.
Yeah, we got 2 more now. We're going over to Underdog after this, and Dakota has a really good comment here. We could start setting up a private sleeper draft. We do it on League Safe, and like a $10 sit and go essentially and we'll just I'll run this. Dakota, you can help me out in the Discord, and we'll just get people signing up for a certain night, and we'll do one of those for sure. And there's a little juice on League Safe, but it's less than what they're going to charge us for these sit and goes. Just all of us, right? Maybe $10 10 teamer. If we get 12, hell yeah, I think we should be able to get 12, and we'll have a certain time that we'll do it. And I think that's a really good idea. Genius. We got smart people in here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take Jalen Knoll. I know he's a little hurt right now, but we need some another correlation with our boy CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Who is this? Who is this in the chat from Derek? Who is Theo? Am I missing something?
My thoughts
Theo
are
Weiss.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, who is Theo Weiss? Someone help me out with that.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to ask Google.
He stumped us. He's the American sniper. He sniped us. He just I don't want to hear them talk anymore for a few seconds. Let me just ask this. So what did we think of that mess of a team, Rob? That was a.
I didn't really see it because we were scrambling for tight ends, man. Like you wouldn't believe. And
that team actually ended up. I actually approved of that team more than the first team, even though you didn't like the Hawk pick. But it's okay.
What do you guys? I did not like the Hawk pick. That's for sure. What do you guys want to do? A sit and go, or an eliminator, or a weekly winners? I know Derek does not want to do a weekly winners. So, what do we want to do? Keith?
I would lean eliminator, but I'm up for either one. I would do BBM even. I'm good on all 3 of those.
Oh, I'm gonna have to add $10.
No, I don't want to do a BBM against 8 of you guys. I think that's just hurting our chances too much. Like eliminators, at least like $10, and I also like to wait for my best ball manias till later.
I'm down
Connor
for
says
eliminator.
sit and go. Hector says sit and go. We have 2 drafts, so we'll mix it up. You guys give us the vote.
Biggie.
We'll definitely do an eliminator at the end, either now or at the end. So I think we'll have more people now, right?
Yeah, I'd say. Well, actually, it's up to you, Rob. What do you want to do?
We do it by a vote here. So we have sit and go from Hector, sit and go from Connor. We have Dakota. I'm good with eliminator and PBW. So Dakota wants eliminator.
I'm down on eliminator.
We have eliminator. That is 2, 3, 4 eliminators. Sit and go for Derek. That's tie. Give me someone to break the tie. Next one breaks a tie. That's going to draft with us. Eliminator or sit and go. Next one to comment gets to choose. Giving you all the power. Well, Hetzer, you can't vote twice. Don't fucking trick me on here. You already said that. So someone that hasn't voted. Elim, Sean, new Patreon member, Elim. It is an eliminator. All right, let's
right between the ears.
I'm gonna count it down for you guys from 10.
Oh, hold on. Do you want to do the whole wait till the next minute thing?
Yeah, let's wait. So it's 12:11. It's 12:11 right now. Let's do it at 12:12 or whatever time zone you're in at 12. 12:12, 11:12, 1:12. Let's do it there. I'm gonna get it queued up here. And we'll wait until the clock hits 12. I'll say go, but you guys will be a little delayed. So just look at your clock. And 11 more to go. 11 more. Go. 11 more. We're all getting in.
I'm going. There
we go. I love Dakota's always a mule. He's a mule for us.
Good job, Dakota.
I'm
now
not
we're
losing my
drafting.
mind. I'm not losing my mind, am I? Did they change their format on here? This looks completely different than it's looked the last 3 months.
I don't think so.
On my phone,
I do
it's
have to change the camera.
Maybe the phone version is different. This is wild. Okay.
Oh, the phone version is
Yeah, I've
wild
never
is
done.
definitely.
I've always been on the phone. Is it a tougher experience?
Yeah, especially while you're trying to stream and draft on the phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to break it down. Connor doesn't know this tournament. So essentially what this tournament is every week the field shrinks in half. So the first week, 6 out of 12 of us are advancing. And then after that, it's one-on-one matchups. You face a random person, head-to-head matchup. If you win that, payouts start week 5. You have to make it to week 5 to get your money back. That is how this draft starts. Let me get the board up here for you guys. That is how this draft works. So what you don't want to do is draft guys that are hurt. So like Zach Charbonnet, for instance, probably should fall in this draft because you're not getting much out of Zach Charbonnet the first couple weeks, even if he comes back earlier than we think. That kind of stuff. Draft safer players. Like you want upside, you want stacks, but you also want set it and forget it points because you don't want to have a clunker. If you have a really inconsistent team, you will have a bad week, one of those weeks. I wouldn't stack too many bye weeks in week 5 or week 7, things like that. So try to balance out your buys. That is kind of the strategy that I have learned. That is the best way to go about it. It's drafting the best team possible, getting stacks when you can, and not drafting injured players.
That sounds like a plan. Yeah, I went crazy. I took Chase it too because the back to holding out.
Max, Super Beast, Keith. So I don't think Derek is in this one. No, Derek is in this one. He has 4. Sunday Thunder, Puka. So here we go.
This is tripping.
He's just tweaking out over the app. I love it. I love it.
But he noticed it too.
No, mine. I'm used to it.
The cell phone thing must be really jarring because, like, from what I've seen, like UD on the computer looks so much more well put together.
It's like I'm on a completely different app right now.
Yeah, bro. I use an Android, so like the fact that it's even functioning right now half the time is a miracle. But we pull on through here at the Professional Fanatic. We are degenerates to the max. I am up currently at 1:15 in the morning, and I have work early. So we're gonna keep on drafting.
It's a Ray move.
That's a mouth. But then again, I only sleep like 4 hours a night. My brain doesn't let me sleep.
I just got taken out by that philosophy, man. That was crazy. I got to get more rest.
Rest is a good thing. It's not that I don't want sleep. It's not that I don't long for sleep. It's just like I'm that guy that'll lay in bed like and it's just not gonna happen today, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to waste time spinning your wheels if you know it ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
That still can be kind of restful, though. You know, it's resting your body and kind of shutting off your mind if you can. But obviously, we want the real sleep. That's the body needs that shit. But everyone's built differently. You know, have you ever met that person that like needs 10 hours? I'm like, they're like, I only slept 7 hours last night. I'm like, bitch, please.
What?
Like, what the fuck? Like, get the hell out of here, man. Like 7 hours. Like, oversleeping is also unhealthy.
That's like Anthony Richardson going out of a football game because, you know, wasn't feeling it for that play.
Yeah, that mixed with the warm-up band incidents. Like, think of that guy's career. Like, breaks his orbital bone with a stretchy band, and then taps out of a game. Like, not a good look. Not a good
Dr. Ray,
Richardson.
Dr. Ray, what do we think of Anthony Richardson's orbital bone issues?
Let me pull up Big Ray here. He'll be here in 1 second.
He had a meniscus issue, which totally tanked Derrick Rose's career.
He had a workout band issue, and it totally tanked Anthony Richardson's career.
Except it literally did. He was actually on track to really compete to be the starter until
He had a labia issue, which totally tanked his career. Sorry, I still have a lot of hope for Richardson, and we're big into fantasy here, and like Richardson is a fantasy cheat code amongst cheat codes. Like it's Michael Vick level arm strength, like we can't deny that. It's Cam Newton level rushing ability. It's he can't hit a guy in the flat like to save his life. I mean, that's just he misses by fucking 8 feet, but it doesn't matter. He's been a top 5 quarterback like 35% of his career starts. Like that's insane stuff. That is literally Josh Allen level. Like it's Josh Allen efficiency from fantasy in terms of fantasy points per game. But he also leaves games early, doesn't finish seasons, and just you can't really run a real offense with him. At least you haven't been able to. And the fact he went so high in the drafts, cautionary tale, all these scramblers coming out in the future, they should sue him because he just ruined all these guys. Taylor Green had a even more impressive combine than what Anthony Richardson had. And Taylor Green went, what round was it, guys? 5th round for Taylor Green? 4th round?
6th round, something like that to the Browns?
6th. Yeah, I think 6th. Yep.
Insane.
Good call by Sean. This is a Tyrod Taylor situation. Imagine losing your job because the team doctor punctured your lung. Tyrod Taylor's got a rough run of it, dude. Good call from Sean.
God.
I always liked Tyrod, man.
So do I.
Imagine you're Buffalo's quarterback. You just got done passing for 3,500 yards in the season. Your team is like right on the cusp of being able to make the playoffs. You're developing well. Your arm's getting bigger. You're actually starting to prove people wrong about your injury history. And then here's Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's kind of bad luck.
And then you go to have a brand new start in a brand new city. You don a Chargers uniform, or at least you think you were going to don a Chargers uniform. Instead, you went to the hospital and they punctured your lung. So you can't start for them. And who is the person that Tyrod lost that job to? Oh, yeah, it was Justin Herbert. And thus ends the story of Tyrod Taylor.
He's always been a winner. I'm with you, Rob. I've always liked him and respected his game.
The funniest thing about all this, though, is he took fucking Justin Fields' job last year and fucked us all over a bunch of money on our channel because that was my biggest whiff of the year. I didn't have a lot of them last year. It was a great year on the channel, great year for myself in fantasy, gambling, all those things. Justin Fields, I had everywhere. And, people that were following me took him a lot, and that was a big whiff. And I was high on Trevor Lawrence. I was high on Matt Stafford, but I wasn't touting these guys. And I got them in all my leagues because I play a lot of deep Fantrax public leagues where everyone takes 2 quarterbacks because there's no trades. And that was the guys I was pairing up. It was Trevor Lawrence and Matt Stafford. And so it actually worked out well for me because I ended up with those quarterbacks, but that was a terrible call because my point was rushing quarterback. He's going to beat his ADP, and he's not going to lose his job. He might get hurt, but he's not going to lose his job because Tyrod's 36 years old and behind him, and he fucking lost his job to Tyrod Taylor. I cannot believe it.
I told you after week 1. Bro, I told you. I warned you. I warned you all.
Week 1 was great for Justin Fields. That game against the Steelers, that was balling, man.
I saw too many things in that game. They should have won that game. And they lost because of Justin Fields.
So we are essentially in this draft. So you have to get to week 5 to get your money back. Week 6 doubles your money. I have Allen and Cook, which is definitely going to be a tough week 7 matchup. But I do love the start I have. I have a good chance to get to week 7 possibly. And then, what am I drafting for at this point? So I have to just avoid week 7 from now on. I can take maybe Kincaid, and that's it with the stacks. No more week 7 for me. No more week 7. So if you guys see me thinking about a week 7 player, get in my mind. Tell me not to do it. Keith, that's your job.
Fair. I'm on it.
Don't worry. No week 7s. We all got to at least get past, hell, can we all just get past week 1? Everybody that's in this draft that's a part of our community, get past week 1.
Love that idea.
Let's just all do that, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of us in here. So, 6 of us can. So it's gonna be interesting to watch. This is a weird thing about this eliminator tournament. And Sean, we think alike. The Fields thing made a lot of sense last year. He was seamed up a bit. He was still right at the cusp of quarterback one range. And Justin Fields is always a quarterback one when he plays points per game. It just happens. Like, we didn't realize the Jets were gonna be that much of a dumpster fire. Like, that was so bad last year. Aaron Glenn, fucking Aaron Glenn, dude.
I know everybody's scared of a week 5 bye, but whatever. No reason to let Pet fall like that. That's still criminal.
How's your team, Keith? What do you got here?
It depends. I do notice the running backs kind of going pretty early in this format. So from that standpoint, I think I'm pretty solid at RB so far. Obviously, I don't have a quarterback. I don't have a tight end. I only have one receiver, so I have some problems. But it's still early. I like where we're at. We got Taylor. We got Taylor from Indy. Who's his week 1 matchup? Probably should have looked into that a little further before I selected him. But anyone know who Indy plays week 1?
I don't.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Indy is. Isn't everybody playing in division in week 1? So
is it the Jags?
Yeah.
It probably is them because it's like. He hasn't been selected in this format very early, so I'm almost guaranteeing that's who it is.
Colts versus Ravens. Colts versus Ravens.
Oh, okay. All right. That ain't bad.
Dude, I think that I'm telling you, man, Devin Lloyd's gone. The Jags defense is going to be poo this year. It's going to be poo this year.
So?
It's going to be way worse.
So.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Okay.
I did the whole thing on this. The 3 weeks. Again, I dive into stuff so you guys don't have to. We go beyond the box score on the Fanatics Network. That's a mouthful right there. The 3 weeks he missed last year, Devin Lloyd, they gave up 100 points, and it was one of them was against who was it? One of them was against a really good team. It was a top 5. It was against the Rams. They gave up a lot, like 35 to the Rams. Okay, they also gave up a bunch of points to the Texans and the Raiders. That was their 3-game stretch without Devin Lloyd. 100 points allowed. Devin Lloyd, I can't believe they didn't pay him. What a great haul for the Panthers as well. I wanted the Bears to sign Devin Lloyd, and we chose fucking Devin Bush for a little less money. Wild.
By the way,
salty
thank you
about that one, man.
Thank you, Chicago, for Tremaine Edmonds. I love you. I love you for replacing our middle linebacking core with somebody credible, because whatever the Giants were throwing out at middle linebacker just was not it.
We just got Burden at 60 and Devontae Adams at 61. Is this Christmas? They both have late buys. I feel like that's pretty damn good value. All right. We dig
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
That's why I'm wondering, what are these people picking?
I was looking at Devontae. I didn't want to take a shot at not getting May with AJ Brown, but I was looking at Devontae there.
All right, I'm going to go take a little tinkle and play a clip real quick.
You're planting a baby monitor?
Yeah. A lot of people are bugging their babies these days. I guess babies can't be trusted.
What exactly is it you're expecting to find here?
A lot of shady shit.
Like what?
Like maybe Bruce is banging dudes.
Why would that be shady?
Maybe the dudes are babies.
What? Bruce is not banging any baby dudes. Look, we're...
Wow.
Lots to unpack there, Mel.
there's probably a whole list of there's a list out there. Probably a whole lot of guys named Bruce on it.
For sure.
I'm up right now, so since I have made 1.5 million mistakes when it comes to drafting a wide receiver in this draft, we're gonna go ahead and take Chris Goff, rectify all that shit.
Old Steady, it's a nice eliminator pick.
Yep. Let's get my guys locked up and ready here for the next round.
Yeah, I wasn't going for Jaden Daniels, so I'm not all that upset that he didn't fall. Because My. Where? Well, I'm taking
There goes
Why
Marv.
didn't it? No, I wanted Chuba. Damn underdog. Crap.
You got Marv.
Oh, well.
So gets a fine pick.
Week 14.
That's
bye,
actually
guys.
not bad.
You know, I love me some Marvin Harrison. I've had to chill on my drafting, not because I'm off him, because I was up to 31% of Marvin Harrison. I feel like that was just too fucking high for any player, especially a guy that might be awful. It just might be a bust. I feel like there's just no way he doesn't meet his ADP. If he doesn't meet his ADP, it means he got benched, honestly. And they can't bench him. It just means he got overtaken by Michael Wilson, like officially. Michael Wilson's the alpha, and he's just like the third option. But even at third option, like that's Cortland Sutton range. Cortland Sutton's technically the third option. You know what I mean? I guess it's the two, but not a lot of passing volume there in Denver. I feel like the Cardinals are going to pass the fuck out of the ball. They have to. They're going to be awful. Their defense, talk about bad defense. It's the Cardinals defense. They did not address this defense very much. They're going to get blown out on so many games. Like how many passes per second average? Probably top 10 in the NFL.
50 passes a game because he's going to be running for his life. He's going to be running for his life. They can't defend anyone, and bombs away. There's going to be enough work for all three running backs because they're all going to be catching passes from Jacoby Brissett because they're going to run 100 offensive plays because that's what Arizona's going to have to do to win any sort of football game. They have to score like 50 points because their defense is so bad.
Man, I want to take Johnson.
Like that's another situation. All the offensive talent you could possibly imagine, and no one thinks that offense is going to do a damn.
All right. We're probably done at running back now. I got Corman Monungai with Henry and James Cook. Probably end that room right there. Let me take a late guy in the 5th. Such a wild tournament. This Eliminator's so wild. It's just, it could be over. You know what the Eliminator's equivalent of is when you do a first touchdown score bet and like you got a parlay and you lose. The parlay could be lost in the first 5 minutes of the game. And that's what it feels like in the Eliminator. When you get 7th or 8th or 9th or 10th the first week and you're out, like fantasy hasn't even started yet. Like, well, your tournament's cooked. But some upside, if you just get past the first week, head-to-head matchups. You know what's awesome about this tournament too? There's a chance if you do enough of these that you can get paired up and have a matchup against yourself. Now that's fun because yes, it takes away some of your upside, but you're guaranteed to advance. So if you're at like week 9 and you have like 3 teams advancing, you want to see yourself because now you know you're into week 10, right? You're guaranteed. It sucks that you
imagine though,
both, but
imagine though the shit team that you drafted beats the good team that you drafted that you think would actually win the tournament.
Yep.
Wouldn't that just be a kick in the nads?
That would be fantasy football, right?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, I track. I go back at the end of the year. Obviously, last year I streamed 29 of my 36 leagues. So I go back and I have it all documented. I listen to a lot of them back just to kind of learn my mindset and just learn, right? Same thing as being a podcast host, musician. You learn more from going back and just like, what was your process? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And dude, I won some of my worst drafts. Like the teams I graded terrible and teams that got decimated with injury and somehow those win. The teams that were bangers, I had a bye and I just lost in the first round. Didn't even get 3rd place. So fantasy, the playoff situation, it's just like the real life NFL. I mean, did anyone think the Seahawks were going to be in the fucking Super Bowl last year? The Patriots, dude, like they were coming off one of the worst years. That Brissett shit. And then Drake May looked pretty promising as a rookie, but definitely a raw player. And that was a perfect storm of Lamar getting hurt and Josh Allen going into the playoffs hurt again and Mahomes being hurt. And like the AFC was the opposite of wide open the last 10 years, right? It's been the Chiefs and then the team, even the Bills and Ravens couldn't get over the hump, but it was like, oh, well now Mahomes is hurt. It's definitely the Chiefs and the Ravens year. It's definitely the Ravens and the Bills year. And like they didn't even make it. So that's a shame, right? For Josh Allen and Lamar in particular. Like that was Lamar's year. And I feel like they would have had a shot to beat the Seahawks. Seahawks were a monster last year. But as much as we love Sam Darnold, it's not Matt Stafford. You know what I mean? It was a beatable team, and they let the Patriots hang around in that game.
I thought the Rams were a coin flip with Seattle last year. That fumbled punt return was a nail in the coffin in that game, but that was a coin flip game, that NFC Championship game.
Let me tell you something. If San Francisco was just a slight bit healthier, we would be having so many different conversations at this point in time, because I don't think San Francisco loses that division. They were so close to making me look like a super genius. Oh yeah, Ricky Pearsall. He's right there at the 105, right there. Go to take him right there. Value. 2 picks ahead of ADP. Can't beat that, right?
Can't beat it.
Come on, Dakota.
Take Pearsall. Damn it. Why did you do that? Why did you have to go and do that for? Take Wandale. Jerk face.
You sound a little bit like the lion in the Wizard of Oz there a little bit, Mal. That was pretty good. Why'd you have to go and say that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's exactly what I was going for. And if you want to hear more psychotic banter like this, you need to sign up for Patreon. You need to get into this Discord. Because, Rob, aren't we doing a special show just for the community?
Yes, we are, every Friday, and you don't have to actually make the stream. It'd be nice if you did a 1 hour stream, but if you can't make it, you just drop a comment in the Discord, any question, whatever you want, and then I'm gonna go through, and we'll probably have 20 or 30 questions plus the live stuff, and I'm gonna do essentially the timestamps of when we talk about your questions. So if Keith, you have a question, and we do it at 34 minutes, I'm gonna put timestamp Keith's question. Keith, boom, you can go in there, look at a 2-minute blurb from us. Just for you guys. So it's gonna be a private YouTube video, also a Discord. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be a private video where only you guys can tune in, and then we're gonna give you guys some special attention, me and Mouth, every single week. So something special. I gotta try to give you guys as many perks as I can for the support. And I think hopefully this year it gets really popping like it did last year, where there's 60 people in here, and it's just I'm over my head in these questions. And I always say to answer every question, guys, but I sometimes can't give it the proper 3 minutes. I don't want to give yes or no answers. No one wants yes or no answers. That's bullshit.
He wants to be soft.
You want to hear why I say yes, why I say no.
Exactly. He wants to be soft. He wants to caress the answer. He wants to give it the proper attention it deserves.
I do. And yeah, definitely.
Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender, and they can move and caress the ball. That's kind of gay, but hey.
All time.
And immediately they came with the vaudeville hooks.
Week 3, just week 3. You got to get to week 3 to get money back at the tournament. Okay, so my week 7 doesn't sound terrible. I haven't drafted another week 7 player, so I should be okay. Sean says Niners for the bowl this year. Jonathan, the place to be. Damn straight it is. Here we go. Sorry, I missed you, Dakota. Rob, how many titles with Sixers win the next 2 seasons? I want to get this clip locked in. I mean, none. It's LeBron James is super old, and Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. But I have a chance to win 1. It's not going to be multiple. I don't think LeBron James plays 2 seasons. How long can this guy realistically play? As much as it's tough to play quarterback, they protect quarterbacks. Playing in the NBA is a rigorous thing. I know he's sitting out games like everyone else is. With the playoffs, playing 80 games in the NBA at that age is unheard of. To be at least an elite player, unheard of. I know you're trying to set me up on some LeBron tangent, but
nah. How about this? I'll give you a real answer on that, because I can't stop talking NBA, because that's all I get inundated with. Because ever since Knicks in 5. Don't worry, I'm not going to scream it out loud like I did in the streets of New York City when I unleashed my city upon the world and itself. Right after that grant, by the way, happened as it was counting 4, 3, 2, 1, and then right as it was over. So that was a completely insane moment in my life. Anyway, LeBron's not winning a title there because checked out reports. I'm not so sure Joel Embiid remains a Sixer. They were looking to move off him before this move. Those reports have not all of a sudden magically gone away. Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and Tyrese Maxey sounds like a killer big 3 to me.
Interesting.
They might move off of Embiid, get something else in there.
I mean, LeBron can play some backup center.
I think LeBron
I always said that was his future, right? A power forward to center.
Like
for
a
his future,
point
right?
four.
Because it would be less, especially in today's NBA. Like that's not a rigorous position. It's not like it was in the fucking with the bad boys era. You know what I mean? Like pretty soft dudes down there.
Think of how Carmelo Anthony ended his career. He ended his career as a point four. Pretty much, he was He was helping the Knicks run their offense through him, because he was pretty much the only player that was able to do anything with the basketball in the damn first place. But he was defensively most effective in the four and offensively most effective in the four because he could slink through in different positions, kind of like how LeBron James can do now. With Brown and Maxey, LeBron doesn't need to be the number one guy. He can sort of play like the Draymond Green role on that.
Dakota says, how is LeBron super old? He just dominated in the playoffs last year. I mean, he did dominate in the playoffs last year, but
Me and LeBron James are the same age. That's how.
What the fuck? Dude, he's been in the NBA since I was a sophomore in high school, dude.
That's pretty wild.
Sorry, freshman in high school, and I'm 38 years old. Like, that's a fact. Like, that's a long fucking time. This dude's been in my life. He's been in all of our lives for way too long, and whether you like that or hate that,
since the McDonald's cover when he
2003,
was
2002
16.
was the cover, right?
Yep.
2001 actually. That might have been 2001.
Yeah, it was 16.
He didn't,
16 that covers.
he
It was
didn't
01.
dominate the playoffs. He did dominate in the playoffs. I mean, is anyone going to debate that here on this panel?
Oh no,
LeBron was
he did
great in the
extremely
playoffs.
well in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, if it wasn't like he single-handedly eliminated the Rockets, it was.
He played better than Jason. He played better than Jason Tatum. I mean,
that's for sure.
Injury, but
They could have beat Minnesota the year before too. I put that one on Reddick. I mean, playing your starters 48 minutes. You know, I mean, maybe, and then who knows? Maybe LeBron told him to do that. Like we'll never know. But like that to me was like one of the more egregious coaching decisions of all time. Like not one of those. Not you don't have one guy that's worth 5 minutes to give someone a blow for. You know what I mean? Like what were they trying to accomplish there?
Reddick is an idiot and a fool and just shouldn't be coaching that team any longer. Don't worry, after this year, he won't be.
I agree with that.
Because either he's going to get fired or Luke is going to kill him.
Either way, he won't be there after this year. I tend to agree with that.
Man, where's Jedi? He is the LA guy. He would know more about this Lakers stuff.
Ricky Pearsall's still available. Tom Brady is, I wouldn't say far more impressive than LeBron, but because he was winning at the end. I don't know. I mean, if that's your bar, Tom Brady's one of the GOATs of all time, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the bar. If we're comparing him, that's like a compliment, you know? Like, if someone's like, oh, Rob's pretty good at hosting this thing, but like Bill Simmons is better than him, I'm like, all right. Yeah, Bill Simmons is like a multi-millionaire. Or like, Joe Rogan hosts a better podcast than Rob. I'm like, I agree. Joe Rogan is officially the GOAT of podcasts.
Listen, no one's denying that LeBron James is a better human than Michael Jordan ever could be. I think that's pretty well documented, but a better player, a better champion, no. And this move to Philly just cements.
What do we do here, man? This is rough. I don't really need running back, but I don't like any of these receivers on the board. There's one guy I do like, so let's take
RP
and Schultz. Not a big fan of this squad.
Mouth isn't either. When you went to the bathroom, he was hammering your team.
Josh Allen, baby. I do have that going for me. Let's look at it. James Cook, Derrick Henry, Blake Corum, Monungai, Garrett Wilson, Luther Burden, Devontae Adams is my 3, Worthy's my 4, Golden's my 5, Flournoy's my 6, with Josh Allen, Malik Willis, Dalton Kincaid, and Dalton Schultz. Just feel like it's a little light on firepower, but
in this format, it's tough to really know where you stand. It's just kind of, let's be honest.
You know what, though? I think that's half the fun of it. It's like you got to figure out like how much between consistency and points per week are you drafting versus upside. Because you want to win the tournament, but you want to win the tournament, but you got to make sure you win week 1. And if you want to win week 1, Josh Allen might not be the best quarterback to start the tournament with.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like, it's fine if I have my opinion on LeBron. Like, you did bring it up, Dakota, and like, what do you want me to do? Tell you that LeBron's a bitch and he sucks? Like, okay, LeBron's a bitch and he sucks. There you go. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I'm gonna give you what I believe on LeBron, and we're all entitled to our own opinion, and that's the beauty of this country, this show. I think it's wild you had him as your 11th best player in the all-time NBA rankings. That's insane. And if you were to pull 100 people, they would probably side with me. Doesn't make me right, doesn't make you wrong. And speaking of that, Keith, what do you think about 11 on the all-time ranking?
Yeah, what do I think? I think Dakota's using his system for grading fantasy teams, evaluating his NBA players. The same system he uses with the C- grades and stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. LeBron went from 2 to 3 in my mind with the Philly move.
Okay, that's fair, dude. If that has LeBron at 5, even
Kobe for Mamba for life
fair.
With that.
That's fair.
Mamba for life with
that. Mamba would have never done that. Mamba would have never done that.
He's clearly number 2. I love Kobe, but Kobe probably only made his teammates better maybe in 4 or 5 seasons out of his entire career. They were on his teammates were on eggshells most of the times. Afraid to make a mistake. LeBron always does make his teammates better every single year he's played. He's easily number 2, if not number 1, but he's number 2 on my list.
Look at Keith. All right, so he's number 2 on my list as well. And if he had won another title in LA and gotten to 5, I think we could have an actual discussion about the MJ thing. MJ's peak was just too perfect and it was too dominant, and you can go the era discussion. I don't like to get in era discussions because it's a losing battle. Like, let's evaluate these players. That's my biggest issue with baseball, with the steroid era. Like, Barry Bonds is in the Hall of Fame. Does that mean Barry Bonds isn't the top 5 player of all time? Because his numbers say he's the best player of all time. Who's also facing a bunch of juice heads. And who cares if he was juicing? People are like, well, Frank Thomas didn't juice. I mean, did they know that? Did they check his butt for track marks? Like, no, dude. I would bet on most of these players juicing. And Jeff Bagwell's in the Hall of Fame. He was a juicer. But why is Jeff Bagwell in the Hall of Fame and Barry Bonds not? That makes 0 sense. I can guarantee you Jeff Bagwell and Biggio were juicing. Do we all agree with that one?
Because Barry Bonds looked like somebody took a helium stick, inserted it into his leg, and blew him up like an unnatural balloon. That's why. He started off as a skinny, well-built, muscular player, and then by the time he retired, it's like he took the Bruce Banner syndrome and just never fully completed the transformation.
Someone just took, let's take Freiermuth, I think. I got to think about this pick. You guys are sharp, man. Ricky Pearsall's still available, by the way. That kid is back on the escalator again. Oh, let's take, God, shit, dude. I hate this.
I'll
take
do it.
Zach Branch. I don't like this pick, but we got a good tight end room now. Kincaid, Schultz, and Freiermuth. It's fine. What's up, Shamrock? How you doing, buddy? Shamrock, do you want to join the community? We have Sean in here giving out a free 1 month Patreon membership to get you in the community. You've been tuning into the streams a lot. Would love to get you in there. So if you'd like to, do it. And we'll get you in. So just say the word and I'll get you in. And you can talk to Helen all the time.
One of us.
There you go. One of us, baby. I mean, it's literally a free 1 month thing. And we can reevaluate after a month. Gifted by our boy Sean, most recent Patreon, recent Discord member. Appreciate you, Sean. So Shamrock said the words and then we'll get you in. He said, oh, okay. I mean, we all like free shit, right? So it's the same thing at NBA games when they're shooting those fucking shirts, and then we got people dropping their babies to grab this XXX shirt that's made in fucking China that sucks. That's the equivalent. People like free shit. And it's
So hold
Shamrock. So
on.
here's what you got to do. He can't send the link on this stream because it doesn't let you do that on YouTube. So you have to go over to Patreon. And on the main page, I have a thing for free members. It has my email, CubsFan311@Yahoo. Or just remember that, CubsFan311, CubsFan311@Yahoo.com. Send me an email saying it's Shamrock. I will get you in the Discord, and then you can redeem the thing there. That's the easiest way to do it. Or go to the Patreon if you can't remember that, if you've been drinking. Whatever you got to do, CubsFan311@Yahoo.com. Shoot me a link, shoot me a message on my email, and then I will get you in the Discord, and we'll get you all figured out, dude. You don't. This is nothing for him. He doesn't have to pay because Sean already bought the 1 month membership. So we'll get you in there for a month. See if you dig it. And it's literally a, what do they call it? A no risk trial, whatever you want to say. There's a risk. You're gonna have too much fun. There's a risk there. You're gonna have too much fun. You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose sleep. You're gonna draft more best ball teams. You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out some weird stuff from Dr. Ray. And it's the place to be.
Well stated.
It is the place to be. Let me,
it is the place to be.
It's the what do you call it, Kramer? It's the place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, already. Come on. We call it the place. The place to be. Yes.
Damn straight it is.
That's right.
I love the come on already. It's right before.
Come on already.
No, but the truth is, though, before I encountered this channel, I had no idea what to do with fantasy football. I watched this in a few weeks, and Connor, you weren't here for this. Wait till redraft season comes. That's when the real shit starts.
100%. Hey, K-Space, we're doing one more after this. One more after this. This is the second to last round. Just want to let K-Space know.
That's right. So, Rob.
Yo.
Tell them about how my first 4 picks of last year's draft in my home league were like Nico, friggin' Brian Thomas, James Conner, and George Kittle. That was my first 4 freaking rounds. And the trade story that actually ended up getting me into the playoffs of my home league. I mean, if that was your first 4 rounds, anybody would quit. Not the Fanatics.
Yeah, you made it back.
Not
baby.
the Fanatics.
You didn't finish it off, but you were
That's
close,
right.
man. You were close, and that's one way. That's what I love in redraft is nothing's dead. You got Michael Wilson made me a lot of money last year. Parker Washington, like those guys, anyone could have had them. And if you watch the right program, you get them a week before they're on everyone's waiver wire column because those are terrible columns because they're like, oh, now this guy. It's like, no, you should have had him on your team already. That's the edge. You want to have these guys in your roster. You want to draft the deep guys like Puka Nacua before week 1, and then you want to pick up Michael Wilson 2 weeks, right when that appendectomy thing happened with Marvin Harrison. He should have been on everyone's roster. But a lot of people didn't know about Michael Wilson. He had underperformed in the NFL, and I've just always been a huge Michael Wilson guy. And it's probably wild that I'm a big Marvin Harrison guy this year, even though Michael Wilson's going later. God damn it. I'm going to take it's scary because I love Michael Wilson, and I think Marvin Harrison's a bust. But he's a bust relative to where he was drafted in the NFL draft. He would if he was drafted in the second round, we would be like, Marvin Harrison's a pretty good player, right? The numbers are pretty good. But it's the fact that he's Marvin Harrison's son. It's the fact that the hype train, he was drafted in the early second round his rookie year. Unreal. We should never been doing that. We should never do those things. Ever. We should never drafted Brian Thomas at the turn last year off one good year. That wasn't even with Trevor Lawrence. We met with Mac Jones with literally Keith. You were in that wide receiver core, right?
It's funny. Yeah.
I mean,
I was late. Had a late round pick last year, early second round. I'm like, you know what? Mac Jones was there. He never had time with Lawrence. I'm gonna avoid that whole thing and take AJ Brown. And then if you had a receiver in that second round last year, you were cooked no matter who you took. Didn't matter. You were just cooked.
Let's draft grade this
grades.
One out.
No, I can't. We can't grade 8 teams. An eliminator, I don't even know how to do it. I will give Connor a grade for sure. for the $2 holler. Appreciate you. We got to get another draft anyway. We have K-Space wanting to draft. I want to keep you guys on all hours and nights. We're already almost 3 hours into this thing. So let's take a look at Connor's squad. And then we have to also vote in the chat. What do you guys want to do? A sit and go? We can all get in that together. We can take a shot on another eliminator, weekly winners. Those are the options, those 3 options. You guys vote. Weekly winners, eliminator, or sit and go. We can do a $5, $10, $3 sit and go, whatever you guys want to do. Put those 3 in the chat. Connor says $5 sit and go. I am down with that. If we get enough people, everyone just let us know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me your vote. Let's look at Connor's team before we get to the next draft. Connor, we have Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford at quarterback. Nice value on Stafford. 8 picks after ADP. I was debating taking him, but nice snag there. Hampton, Montgomery, Harvey, Mason, Pacheco, Zach Charbonnet. Dude, if you could advance this team to get Charbonnet back, deadly running back room. Derek says, grade my team and sit and go. I got you. Hedger says sit and go. CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Jaden Reed, Debo Samuel, now with the Niners, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Keon Coleman, and Cooper Kupp with Tyler Warren and Travis Kelce. This is super balanced, dude. My biggest issue with this team would be wide receiver, but you have 8 of them. Similar to the team I just built, you just smash those guys, and they're all relevant. Bateman's a 2. Keon Coleman's probably the 3. Cooper Kupp's going to catch some touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, early season stuff. Debo, early season stuff with the Ricky Pearsall. I don't know. Did someone draft Pearsall? Did anyone see that? Jaden Reed.
Yes, somebody did.
This is a good team, man. I love the 2 running backs. Mason's going to score some touchdowns. Again, it's hard to grade the eliminator because just the product of
based upon what you, Rob, based upon what you said, this team that I drafted is hot. I got Mayfield, Young, Geno, then Brees.
Well, hold on. Let's finish the grade for Connor. Jesus Christ.
I'll go
we?
B or B plus.
I thought we had.
No, I got to get Derek's team next. We got B to B plus.
B plus, yeah.
B plus, yeah.
B plus.
I definitely love the running
Agreed.
back room. I think you're not going to have to use a lot of 3 receivers. You're not going to have to flex a receiver that often. So I do like that. Oh, we got Brian. Brian, you were in this one. He took Pearsall second to last round. Okay, worth a shot in this tournament. I think you're not going to have to start a lot of 4 receivers. So this receiver room should be enough. With 8, only have to start 3. That's how this team works. You need Harvey and Mason to kind of be your flex, which I don't hate. They're going to score some touchdowns. Let's go to Derek's squad. And then otherwise, if we just grade every team, we're going to be on here for 20 minutes grading teams before we get to the draft. Sunday Thunder, the American Sniper, Chris Kyle. What do you have here for us? Dak Prescott and Jordan Love at quarterback. Both have late buys. I dig that. Judkins, Bucky, Stevenson, Sampson, Robinson, and Washington. This guy, he took my strategy. This is the strategy. The strategy of literally punting winning, but going for week 10, which is week 10 is $500 payout. Week 11, if you make it to week 11, it's $1,000. So look at all these guys after that bye. We have Puka, Flowers, Sutton, Diggs, Naylor, all these dudes are week 11, dude. All right. I dig this, man. Bowers and Fannin. So this is not winning the tournament. There's 0 chance it even gets past week 11. That being said, the chance that you advance, I like this team in general. Just if there was no bye, if we're not talking about the buys. If you could just get to bye weeks, this team is deadly because you're not going to have anyone missing. You have a full fucking roster weeks 5 through 10. That is money. I got to go A- for this team because I love this build. I didn't have the opportunity to necessarily do this because Josh Allen fell to me, but you're punting the tournament, but on a $10 buy-in to have the $1,000 chance, I'm in. You guys agree with that? That's what I was telling people to do in this tournament. That's what I've been doing on my own eliminators.
Nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah, it depends on your, what you're trying to get accomplished. So nothing wrong with that.
Right. He's not winning the tournament. And I will say this, if you do this strategy, but you're reaching for guys at the bad buy just to get the buy thing, your team sucks. Then I'm going to say this team sucks because you're going to be gone week 1. But I actually like this team. This is like a above average team with this strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't love the receiver room, but Bowers and Fannin, you got to flex there and Fannin most weeks. And then Stevenson, Sampson, the running back room's a little weak. I dig this squad. And Shamrock, were you in this draft, Shamrock, or are you just being an awesome guy and dropping $2? Either way, I appreciate it. If you are, let me know what team you are. I'll grade it. But we're going to do a sit and go here, $5 sit and go. And let's all try to get in. If you're in this, let me see. I don't know what Shamrock's tag is here. Let me see. Is it Buddy? Are you Buddy? Let's look while we wait for 1 second. I will give Mouth and Keith. I'm going to give you guys both. We're just going to look at your teams real quick. I'm not going to look at mine. Mouth has Baker, Bryce Young, and Geno. Brees Hall, Kyron, Kenny Gainwell, Tyron Tracy, Algier. Pretty nice there. Chase, Tet, McLaurin, Godwin. Harrison is your 5. Omar Cooper and Bernard. Laporta, Andrews, and Ingram. Mouth. Banger, bro.
Nice, man.
I got no issues. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell's a 3 is fine. Tracy's usable. Algier should score some touchdowns. Quarterback room has 3, insulated there. Tight end room has 3. I think you could have gone with just 2, but dude, Marvin Harrison's your 5 is fucking sexy, brother.
Yep. When I saw that, I'm like, okay.
Oh, there they go. Quarterback room. Okay. I'll go B+. I like that team.
This is probably a better team than Derek's, but you have a chance to actually win this thing. Derek has I love Derek's strategy. If he can just get to the buys, I like what he did because again, trying to win this tournament there's one winner in all these tournaments, but 12 person, the 12 is a slow draft. No, they have fast ones. What's up, Dean? Let's get to Keith's team real quick before we move on. Super Beast. So the next draft, we're doing a sit and go. Keith has Drake May, Caleb Williams, Aaron Rodgers, JT, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, JCM, Tajay Spears, AJ Brown, Roma Dunze, Michael Pittman, Mekhi Lemon, Mitchell, Ridley, Keenan Allen, Ferguson, Goddard, Parkinson. So I love the picks of Pittman and Calvin Ridley. Like those dudes are floor guys you need for the early part of the season. Don't love the wide receiver room, but tight end room's strong. Running back room's really strong. Swift is your 3. Quarterback room is extremely strong. I'm going to go solid B. I think I like Miles' team a little better, but if Keenan Allen were to sign, I definitely would grade this one a half letter grade up because then the wide receiver room makes a lot of sense. Derek, Keith, did you love this team?
I'm on about a B to a B+. If Allen signs, I think I could be real business, but I'll say B to B+.
Mouse team's really good. It's not a slight against your team. Mouse team is really good. And Derek had that strategy that I love in this tournament, it's good enough to advance the first week. If he could just make it to bye weeks, I think he's got a good chance to get to week 11. Again, no shot for Derek to win the tournament. K-Space, you got to go. It's below the tournament. So this is on a computer, but on the phone, it's the same situation. The tournaments are up top. And then below that, you see this. You got to go to make sure it's on 2026 slate. And then it's all these leagues below.
I've got about 5.5, 6 hours of training to do by the end of the week, so I'm gonna have to dip on this one personally. That was
all
a good time.
Buddy.
Great
all
time
good.
tonight, you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Keith is goated around here. Thanks for the $20 banger. Give me a $20 donation when I guest in the show. That is legendary shit. You're a great addition, dude, and I hope to see you. We're gonna have. I've been telling everyone. I have Tom for my Friday guy. We have a pretty regimented, days of the week for all the co-hosts. Tom is on the East Coast. Tom works a lot. So I told him an hour and a half on Friday, but I'm going to be on for 4 hours on Friday. So the second half of Friday is going to be fan night, where I'm going to have at least 2 fans on every single Friday during the season. So we'll have you at least 3 or 4 times during the season. Mouth, Keith, Derek, Dakota, as long as he doesn't talk shit about LeBron. All of you guys, you know who you are. Jonathan are all going to be coming on the show. And anyone else, if you want to join and get in on this, be an OG, be a fucking fanatic. Love having people on the goddamn show. Because you know what? Just because I have this platform, I'm not better than anyone else. I know more about fantasy than all you all say that. But I mean, besides that, I'm just kidding, man. You guys all know your shit, which is making me a better fantasy player, a better gambler, and frankly, a better person. So, Keith, oh man, I'm so good. You like that? You see how I did that? I just patting myself in the back, kind of ruined it. But as I said, it just felt so good coming out, and I wanted to come in.
You are a pioneer in this space. I don't know anybody else who's having fans on. Usually there's other content creators, but to have actual fans of your program on, I don't know anyone else doing that. So awesome stuff. I had a great time as always, and thank you guys very much.
Yep.
All right, buddy. We'll be talking to you soon. We got to hop in this draft.
Have fun. Take care, you guys.
Later, Keith.
Later.
All right. And yeah, it's a good point from Keith about not having, no one has like content creators. But you know what? What makes a content creator special? Like, do we know more? I mean, some of us do, some of us don't. But like, why not we're all degenerates. We all know our shit. So like, I like different perspectives on the show as well. Like, that's what I want. I also like mucking it up with some good ass people. And the quote, Derek says, felt so good coming out and then coming in. Man, these are all empty right now, these sit and goes. So we have nothing in here, nothing in here. $10 has 2. How many people are in for this? Give me a thumbs up real quick. Who's drafting with us? We can do a $10 sit and go if we have 10 people.
You know what?
Thumbs up.
Do it. Yep.
Let's see.
I got my last 13 on underdog. So
let's join the 10.
That's
let's
how
do
we're
the
doing
10
it.
and see if it fills.
Let's do it.
Do that. $10.
One
I guess
out
I'm
of
the
12
first
in
person.
there.
So yeah, that's me. That's me. So we'll see if we get
And
12
I'm
of us in there.
coming
3
right
out of
in.
12. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Back out. Derek says 3 out of the 12 in the $5. We'll do the $5. We'll do the $5. I'm gonna back out of this one. Let's do the $5 because
all right,
Derek
we're
says
going. We're going.
Make sure you don't just quit it. Make sure you actually back out so you don't get auto when it does fill.
Oh yeah, trust me. I wouldn't have been able to enter the other sit and go if I didn't.
It's right here. $5 sit and go. Right here. You see my screen? $5 drafts.
20.
It's below the tournaments. 2026 slate is filling up as we speak. $5 sit and go. There is 6 people in there. We need 6 more people to join it. So there you go. There you go. I got you.
7 more to start. Actually, mine says
7 more to start. You're in the same one. It must just be a little slow. There's not going to be 2 there.
Yeah, let me make sure.
Guys, $5 sit and go on underdog. Waiting for 5. K-Space, you have any issues finding it? You need an assistant? Yes, that's our $5 sit and go. We're gonna have this whole thing full, and then in the future, what we're gonna do?
Or
Dakota
more.
had a great idea. He had a great idea of we're just gonna start for certain nights. We're just gonna do, and if you're in the Discord, you're gonna get the notification. We're gonna start our own sleeper ones, $10 sleeper individual leagues. We can do 10 or 12. How many people? If we get 14, we'll do a 14-team best ball. We'll do it on League Safe, and we'll do some shows like that where we're just doing maybe 2 of them. Sleeper, we don't have to pay the juice. We have to pay the juice at League Safe, and it's like 2%. Nothing compared to what they're charging us here. So I think that's a great idea. Good call by Derek. Dakota, Derek, all these guys have good calls.
Yeah, they do. Look, content creators are no better than anybody else. We are just shameless and put ourselves out there for everybody else to point and laugh at when we're wrong. That's pretty much how that works.
Oh yeah, they always want to point and talk shit when we're wrong. And I had a guy in my shorts come on and be like, dude, I can't wait to come back and just kill your takes. I'm like, well, you know what? These shorts I put out are actually AI generated. They're just clips from the show. I put out 3 a day. So we put out clips on every single player. So yeah, if you want to go back and find the ones I was wrong on, yeah, but are you going to come back and say you were right on all these guys? Are you going to go back to last year when I was telling everyone to draft Pickens, Javonte Williams, Tucker Kraft, Chris Olave? No, they're not going to say that. Those picks won leagues where if Justin Fields missed, didn't lose me any money. You know what I mean? But they're going to be like, you're an idiot. You thought Justin Fields was going to be a good quarterback? He sucks. Yeah, I know Justin Fields sucks. He's a great fantasy quarterback when he plays. And he was still actually pretty decent last year.
Yep, that's why we were on Kendrick Bourne 2 weeks before anybody else, right?
That little stretch from Bourne
and
was
me and
nice.
You were having Kendrick Bourne versus Demarcus Robinson arguments. This was the only channel having those arguments. Everybody else was scratching themselves. I have no idea what the fantasy community was doing, but they were not paying attention to what was actually going on. I can tell you that.
Oh, Jay didn't get in.
Oh no!
Were you in the Superflex spot or something? We have, I think, Space. So K-Space is Space Cowboy. Connor's in here. Max is in here. I'm at 5. We have Peyton, Mouth, Hetzer, Derek, and Brian. Shout out to Brian. He's an old friend of mine. We grew up about, 18 houses down if I was starting to do the math in my head, but a 2-minute bike ride, not even. Shout out to Brian Wright. Great guy, savvy ass fantasy player. Very, very smart individual.
So basically you're saying I have all my work cut out for me, abandon my money at the door. I would never say something like that. I don't give up that easily. We are.
Sean's in a BBM. Sean is at DGen of DGens. We love you. Sean, how many BBMs have you done yet? I've only done 2. I plan on doing about 20, but I like to do those at the very end. I like to do those in redraft season. That's the only best balls I'll do. Once I start doing my drafts, August 19th, I start my drafts. I've done a lot of millionaire makers on DraftKings. I actually prefer that tournament. I like 20 rounds. I think it's more installation. I like the full PPR. But I'll do 15 to 20, but I like to do those later. But I'm wondering, Sean, how many have you done in particular so far? Very true, Jonathan. We had a lot of Kendrick Bourne conversations. You know what? And that one was a shorter-lived success. He had a couple nice weeks. We had a lot more Michael Wilson and Parker Washington conversations on the show.
Yes, we did.
And to the point where people were telling me to shut the fuck up about Michael Wilson, and I just couldn't stop. I was like, I want to get this out there because I'm picking him up every league.
You're like, Michael Wilson, Michael Wilson, Michael Wilson. It's like, yep, yes, we know, Michael Wilson. Meanwhile, 2 weeks later, the rest of the fantasy community is like, oh my God, Michael Wilson. We're all sitting here on the Fanatic channel like, yep, we're winning our leagues.
We're winning them. Let's see. We're going to take these guys. All right. Guys in the queue, ready to go. All right, guys, this will be the last draft. We hit the 3-hour mark, though. So, again, if we hit 3 hours tomorrow night, which we probably will, that's the last day of July, we're going to average. It'll be 120 hours live in July. 31 days, so it's a little under 4 hours of stream. Didn't miss a day. You guys know that. It's also counting the day I went to see 311. I did a 1 hour afternoon stream. So if that was a normal night, I didn't go to see a concert, we would have hit officially 4 hours, way over 4 hours a night on the stream. So we are pounding out the content here, guys. We've been doing this since last August. I have probably missed maybe 2% of the nights. Maybe you count them on two hands, right? 10 nights I've taken off since I started the streams about a year ago.
Just about.
We don't miss
about. Maybe, if that.
Yeah, you know what I want to say? I want to shout out to all my co-hosts. Mouth, you as well. Mouth, you essentially are a co-host on the show and also a partner program. Downtown Sports, guys. Check that out. Link in the description. But also go over to YouTube and check them out on the YouTube. Give them a sub. Give them a listen. They talk a lot of real-life sports. But you guys make my job a lot easier, too, to cover me. The solo shows are a little bit more taxing because I have to literally just, juggle everything and have to keep on talking the whole time, which isn't a problem if you know me. But having, to be able to toss something off to Storey and you and Chaz and Ray and all the guys on here really help because you guys all know your shit.
Well, I appreciate that coming from you, especially the fact that I'm kind of new at the fantasy football thing. I can tell you anything you want to know about real life football, but fantasy, I am still learning. So the fact that you say I know my shit, that means a lot to me, Rob. Means a lot.
And first of all, it's a huge, that's a nice way to say it though, because we all in life and in fantasy, we need to understand we're all still learning. We should all try to get better. Brother, I have played since 2011, 20 plus leagues. That's the lowest I've been in since 2011. Now I'm up to 40 leagues. The last couple of years I've done in the 30s. I have officially played 500 redraft leagues, managed leagues, and I'm only 38. I'm still learning. And if I were to say I'm not, then I would be a worse fantasy player. I am still learning. I make mistakes all the time, and that's how you get better is figure out why you made these mistakes. Not try to make excuses. Why did I take Justin Fields last year? I can tell you why. I can try to not make that mistake again. Malik Willis is kind of on that level though, right? But I don't think there's any chance Malik Willis loses his job. But I said the same thing about Justin Fields last year,
I mean, but at least Malik Willis had an NFL quality arm and could actually read a defense here and there every once in a while throughout his playing career. Even when he was a Tennessee Titan, if you couldn't believe it, he actually was able to read a defense here and there. Not particularly well, but he could. Justin Fields just never showed the ability to do anything besides RPO and gun it down the.
We just got George Pickens at the 305. That's pretty nice living right there.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Henry at the 206.
Oh. Yep. Bang. I'll take Olave at that
value phone. It's a sharp draft, though. I mean, there's a lot of people taking their guys, which I do appreciate. I do want to. I have a second. I do want to shout out one more time to Helen Hunt. Let's start there. This is for Shamrock. Love you, Shamrock. We do want to give this guy an anti-shout out to MJ here, the bad MJ. But I do want to shout out to all the people here supporting the show, and especially in the offseason. You guys know you are. All the newer members, Sean, Disbanded, Keith. Shout out Keith for coming on today. Great performance by Keith. Connor. Also, Connor gave me a $100 super chat for our 5-year anniversary show. Definitely appreciated, my dude. All you guys, you know who you are. Appreciate you guys for, supporting the show, and hopefully you're digging what I'm doing. I'm here for you literally 24/7. That's what I want to try to do. Not just fantasy, anything, guys. I am here. A lot of perks we offer, guys, besides just supporting me, which is the biggest perk. Discord is the place to be. We have community fantasy leagues. We have some redrafts still available for you guys to join. Play against me, play against Mouth. I'm in all of them. We have stories to be in some, Big Ray's in all of them as well. All the co-hosts, all the people you see in here, Dakota, Derek's in all of them. We have a best ball. We have one spot left over in our best ball $50 league. All the leagues are $100 buy-ins, and they're all on league safe, so you don't have to Venmo me or anything. No chicanery. Free merchandise giveaways, hats, and this is hat and shirt. Sorry, I've been drinking. Hats and shirts. There we go. Hats and shirts. I got it. Hats and shirts for free. If you become a fanatic, you get that the day you join, my dude. I send it to you for free. And then
do you know what we're gonna do eventually? Now, Rob, I have a perfect. You know how like Playboy releases their calendars every single year, and all these other places release their calendars every single year. I think we should just have like Big Ray wearing like tight shirt calendar, like the Big Ray man boob calendar.
Oh yeah.
Give that to every fan tier. Yeah, perfect.
Well, you can kind of picture it right here. There you go.
Yeah,
we love that.
That's gonna be the January cover. That's how you're gonna start off your brand new year as a professional fanatic.
And you do get access to the bets. So this is if you don't even like watching the show that much, you don't need fantasy advice, but you like to bet, but you struggle, or you just want to make more money, just follow the picks. And I do release these bets on Saturday, but I place these bets on Wednesday and Thursday. All player props, 62% last year, over 60% for the career. I think we're right at 59.5 or 60%, 205 and 125. We don't lose money. We have yet to lose money on the show for a single year. That's counting juice. We dominated 96 and 58 last year. Get access to these plays. Make the plays. About seven plays a week. I do one player prop every primetime game, so you can always put that in your parlay. Bet it individually. I suggest betting it individually because you will definitely get a good return on investment there. So that is also a perk. That's only $10 a month. That tier, the professional tier, gets you everything except for guest appearances of the show. If you want to be sitting where Mouth's sitting or where Keith was sitting, that's also there. But why the hell not? Also, you're doing a good deed and supporting a small business, a small content creator, a guy who's starting this from scratch, been going 5 years and not stopping anytime soon. My dudes. And you know how I was confusing the hat and shirt thing?
Yeah.
I have a clip for that. That's
really
kind of similar. This is the Big Ray clip here.
My great grandmother, recipes, Gigi. She gave me my mom. She literally gave us that
I fucking love that clip. A little disrespectful, but I was like, Ray.
That's back when he was studying.
He didn't notice it, but I had to do it.
Yeah, it's back when he was studying to be a doctor. That was back. That was back when he was in med school. That was med school, Ray.
He's going back for another one too.
Let's see. I'm up in 2 picks, and yeah, that looks nice so far. I don't like it, but I'm gonna draft him anyway because I don't have enough Bucky Irving in my life.
The price is getting really nice, man. I don't know, like he's healthy now, and I'm not a big Bucky guy. I like Gainwell. I mean, I like him at his price now, though. Definitely prefer Bucky more in full PPR, but like I want pieces of the Buccaneers offense, and we got him at what? Pick 57, dude. Like we really want to take Carnell Tate over. I mean, he got him after, but Carnell Tate goes in that range. Like, DJ Moore, as much as I love DJ Moore, just give me the starting running back of the Bucs. I don't care if it's going to be a major timeshare. Guy's got talents. I'm not the biggest Bucky fan, but I feel like he's getting drafted way closer to his floor than his ceiling. What his ceiling is, we don't know. What is the touchdown upside going to be? If this offense goes top 10, which we saw the first 5 weeks last year, it was top 5, actually.
It was.
Then he's going to crush his ADP. Crush it.
The thing is, Baker Mayfield spends a lot of time playing hurt. Like, he's not going to tell you he's injured unless, like, you see his meniscus being tossed around like a discus. That'd be the only way Baker Mayfield would ever admit that he was hurt. And you see the results in his play sometimes. So like there are weeks where Baker just goes out there and he shouldn't be up.
That's his issue. It's always been his issue.
That's what's going to hurt Bucky Irving. That's what's going to hurt, especially a back like Bucky who catches passes out of the backfield, who needs a quarterback to be more than functional in order for him to be effective. That's why Bucky's falling. Also,
it always happens. When a guy burns everyone, he always goes later the next year. Like Brian Thomas went from a 1-2 turn pick to a 6th-round pick. And yeah, it's because he was awful. But if he was drafted at a proper spot, it wouldn't have been. He should have been a 3rd-round pick last year, right? Early 3rd-round pick. It wouldn't have felt as bad. But like a lot of people spent their first pick in a 12-team league on Brian Thomas. And he was out there a bunch. He was hurt, but he was out there a bunch. And it was like you had to start him. So you were just getting 8 points, 6-point weeks. And it felt dirty. It felt gross. The eye test was awful.
He was my first
now
pick.
Brian Thomas is getting drafted a round too late. You know what I mean? And Bucky Irving was a middle of the 2nd-round pick last year. And now people are like, well, fuck that guy. Yeah, if you drafted Bucky Irving last year and where you're drafting him now, even with the injury, he was good the first 4 weeks. And then even coming back, he was just bad because you trusted he was your RB1 you drafted in your team. And it wasn't, it was like 12 points a game, right? Awful, but not for a 6th-round pick. And if he's going in the end of the 5th, early 6th, I'm in on Bucky, I think is the long-winded version of saying, I'm going to have some Bucky Irving this year.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, but not earlier in the offseason. He was going like the 3rd round. Like that, I didn't understand. Like, why were they putting Bucky Irving in the 3rd round? Of course he was going to fall. Of course the people were going to draft Kenny Gainwell over him. In fact, here's a sneaky little back and forth thing for everybody to pay attention to while they're watching the redraft leagues. If he doesn't get drafted in your home league, maybe just make sure that Kenny Gainwell is always on your bench somehow, some way, because he could end up taking over that job from Bucky if Bucky isn't fully healed, if Bucky has lost the
That's got to be a really shallow league, though, because Bucky's a 9th-round pick, right? So a 10-teamer with no flex, he should always be. Sean Tucker is really the guy that if something happens to Bucky, like we saw Sean Tucker become a pretty usable RB2, and more so, this is Sean Tucker is more so half PPR than full PPR. But in half PPR, like Sean Tucker is going to be a 40% snap share player and getting the goal line work. Like I can't see them going to Kenneth Gainwell in the if it's like 3rd and 6th, they'll go to him. But like Sean Tucker is a pretty damn good goal line running back, and I'm not really a big Sean Tucker dude. That's why I'm not super off Bucky, because I feel like it's going to be 55-45. 45% Kenneth Gainwell, 55% Bucky, maybe a couple snaps for Sean Tucker. They got to give Bucky a rhythm, right? And taking him off the field, and the most important part, I get he's probably a worse goal line running back than Sean Tucker, but it's not like Sean Tucker is fucking Braylon Allen at 250 pounds. He's fine. And Bucky can score touchdowns. We saw it as a rookie. I'm not too worried about Sean Tucker. And I don't draft Sean Tucker a lot in these best balls. A lot of people draft him and pick 180. I see the appeal. He has some blow up weeks. I'm looking for the future, not the past. And looking at Sean Tucker and drafting him at 180 because he has every year a 3-touchdown game. That's cool, but is that going to happen again? Not unless there's an injury. It's not happening again. And I think I would rather have Braylon Allen than Sean Tucker. Would you agree with that? I know you're in Isaiah Davis, but I want Braylon Allen over Sean Tucker.
If you want to say Braylon Allen over Sean Tucker, fine. You want to say Isaiah Davis over Sean Tucker, fine. I would take both of them over Sean Tucker. The only time you would take Sean Tucker is if you have Bucky Irving and you're afraid that his health isn't going to hold up. He's a nice little late round handcuff for you in a sit and go or an eliminator situation. Maybe then Sean Tucker, not in these like $20,000, in these like $200,000 $3 entry tournaments where you're up against like 100,000. But what Sean Tucker's going to do nothing for you in that regard.
Max says, is Genty the new Trent Richardson? Yards per carry wise, yes. But if you look at the advanced stuff, No one was hit faster than him last year. No one was hit behind the line of scrimmage more than Ashton Genty. And he actually did a lot with what he was given. It was insane how bad that offensive line was last year, how bad that scheme was last year. Ashton Genty's film isn't amazing. It's not Bijan Robinson. He's a good player. He was worthy of the pick that they took. We're going to get Sam Laporta, right? Let's take Sam Laporta. I don't love the running backs.
Yeah,
Let's take Laporta.
Might as well.
Ray Davis for sure. Braylon Allen, maybe not. Isaiah Davis is looking to be the Jets RB and have an. Yeah, it would be a timeshare for sure, but it would be a timeshare with Sean Tucker as well. I agree. Ray Davis is a true handcuff. Yeah, like if you're drafting Sean Tucker to have usable weeks, even in best ball, it's not going to happen. He might score some touchdowns. Where I would say Sean Tucker has more. If there's no injuries in these backfields, Sean Tucker has a higher touchdown upside. He could score 4. And Ray Davis might score 2 or 3 in some garbage time. But Ray Davis is also tied to the Bills. And as much as I like the Bucs this year, Josh Allen doesn't miss games. Josh Allen doesn't produce, outside the top 10. He's always a top 10 offense in the Bills. They're going to be there again. Their defense isn't that great. Give me Ray Davis. I'm a big Ray Davis fan.
I mean, I don't know why everybody and their mother has just been fading Ray Davis. They've been taking Braylon Allen ahead of Ray Davis, which makes no sense. There were points in this offseason. You legit. So Braylon Allen go and draft before Ray Davis. People were saying Ray Davis was gonna get dropped from Buffalo, that Ty Johnson had taken over the RB2 role in Buffalo, which makes zero sense. Ty Johnson couldn't take over the RB2 role in the Jets. How is he going to take over the RB2 role from Isaiah Davis? That makes literally zero sense. I love it when people say stupid things. It just drives up the price of some players and drives down the price of players that we like. That's what I've discovered drafting best ball. Just sorry.
I would break it down like this. Ty Johnson is more usable than Ray Davis when everyone's healthy, especially in PPR. And if there's an injury to James Cook, God forbid, week 1, he gone, they'd bring someone else in for sure, but that wouldn't really matter too much in the short term. But I would put it 60% Ray Davis, 40% Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson would still get an uptick in usage, but Ray Davis is a really underrated pass catcher for a banger. Obviously, they love him in kick returns. The dude can move, and he's going to get those high. He's going to be on the field inside the 5-yard line. Let's just third down. He's going to get. They're not going to be running Ty Johnson between the tackles. He's going to break if they do that. That's not the player he is. So Ray Davis is not like a handcuff like Isaiah Pacheco is or Tank Bigsby is, but he is still the lead back on the Bills if something happens to James Cook, and that's a very valuable spot to have. I mean, it's a weekly RB2 if you ask me, with upside, because if he starts balling out, we've seen 2 games of Ray Davis being the starter, and it was 20-plus touches and 120-plus yards and a touchdown every time. I know it's a small sample, but it's a fact.
Yo, Rob, off of those 2 games, people were scared of Ray Davis taking the job away from James Cook. You remember all that hullabaloo
I do.
we heard?
That was wild, but I do remember that. I got to get to this comment here. Pearsall got drafted in the second to last round of our last draft, and we did a DraftKings, and we had almost all of us in here on the first draft, and someone took him at 120. It wasn't one of us. Wild stuff. I got to Sean's comment, though. My friend was debating me, the Genty in Washington, going to turn in the new Kenneth Walker and Sharp. No, because Ashton Genty, A, doesn't have injury concerns. He's a sturdy dude. B, has high draft capital. And C, I love Mike Washington. He is a very, very raw player. They're going to have the first overall pick taking snaps at some point in the season. They're also going to have a very, very old Kirk Cousins who can't move. They're not going to trust Mike Washington to be in pass protection. There's just no way. He's okay coming out at pass protection. What I've seen, he's a rookie. We heard Travion Henderson is this elite pass protector last year. He lost a lot of snaps because he couldn't pass protect enough to protect Drake May, who is way more mobile than Mendoza. So they're not going to trust that Mike Washington will have a role, but they're not going to be like, Mike Washington, here's a 50-50 split. Here's even 30% of the snaps. Ashton Genty, Mouth, what would you project Ashton Genty's snap share this year to be?
80%. And isn't Raheem Mostert still on that team?
I think so.
I don't understand where anybody thinks Mike Washington is even going to play.
He's a handcuff for sure, but even then, it's he's not going to get a 70% workload. They're just not going to trust him.
Yeah, he's the RB3. If Genty gets hurt, they're giving it to Mostert if they're in any sort of contention whatsoever.
I agree. I think 80% might be a bit aggressive. It's going to be high 70s, right? It's going to be a top 5 snap share. It's a top 5 snap share because why wouldn't they? Like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, snap share, I'm talking like, snap share, that makes sense, like 70% snap share. I'm talking about the touches for RBs, 80% empty. Yeah, opportunity share, 80% empty. Like, the only way any other running back is getting the ball is because either Kirk Cousins or Mendoza's running for their life. They got hit in the back. The ball gets flung up in the air, and somehow the backup RB catches it.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey gets 80% of that backfield every year. Maybe not in snap. I think it snaps too, but it's 80% of the touches for sure, right?
Yep. And if you remember, I think
Derrick Henry used to be that guy. Saquon Barkley, the year he broke out, that was 80%. Had to be.
Yep. Had to be. And you know what? Everybody views Genty as that type of player. People look at Genty and they say, CMC, if CMC was really, truly just a gifted NFL running back and didn't just work really hard for everything he attained in his career, like, that would be Ashton Genty, is what everybody compared him to. So if he could even parlay that into a CMC style, if he gets a CMC style workload, he's getting like 1,500 combined yards, at least 1,100 on the ground, 400 receiving. He's scoring above 10 touchdowns.
I mean, he scored over 10 touchdowns last year on the worst team ever. And I'm not even the biggest Genty guy, but the workload seems to be very safe. Dean says Raheem Mostert is currently unrestricted free agent, is not signed to an NFL team. Maybe they bring him back. Dude's old as hell, can't stay healthy. Dean, by the way, send me an email, man. I want to get you in the Discord since you joined the YouTube membership thing. I want to get you in there. So either head over to Patreon. It's listed there. It's CubsFan311 at yahoo.com. CUBSFAN 311 at yahoo.com. Hit me up, send me an email, and then I will get you in the Discord. If you want to, if you're just signing up for the YouTube thing just to support me, I much appreciate that too. But why not use the resource? You get in the community and see what we're all about. So would love to have you in there, man.
Yeah. Because it isn't just the host asking questions. It isn't just like, somebody like me who has a podcast answering questions or talking stuff back and forth. I'll tell you, some of the people that are in the chat have been playing fantasy football for longer than the host. And so
Derek's been playing since 93. 93. Yeah. I was 5. No armpit hair.
You can't buy perspective like that outside of a community of people that are all trying to achieve the same. That's what we are.
Okay, Genty had a 78 snap share at 78%. And you remember that early in the year they were playing Dylan Lobby on third downs? And, that if you go to the second half of the year, I bet he was at 82%. I feel like he was at maybe even higher. He was like 73% the first 6 games, which is still pretty good. But yeah, definitely he's going to be 80. I think 80% is pretty fair. Let's go with one more running back.
We're not even talking about touches. That was snap share.
95. Derek says 95. You know what? I always underestimate Derek. Now I can at least get your age right because I've been calling you 52 for 6 months. He just did turn 52. So happy birthday to my dude Derek. Happy birthday, brother.
What's happening here? That French animal bit my ear off. Well, that's an absurd exaggeration. My apologies, Bidwell.
He look in our tent. He look at my woman. He saw her breast.
Her breast? You saw her breast?
I've said it before and I said it again. Any man who look on her will die.
Will die. Almost Heroes, guys. If you've not seen that movie, Chris Farley's last movie, epic stuff. Terrible. It's a terrible movie, but in a good way. We like some bad movies sometimes, and that's the example. Matthew Perry, the late, great Matthew Perry. Pour one out for both those gentlemen, Farley and Perry.
Yep.
Gone too soon, but you know what? Don't fuck around with hard drugs like that when you get older, or at all, but mostly when you get older. Don't do that.
Unless you're the Iron Sheik, in which case you could do cocaine, blow, and drink yourself into oblivion until age 81.
There you go.
So either be the Iron Sheik or start living better.
Jay's first year was 1990s. TDs only. Use a newspaper to score. There you go. So Jay is the oldest fantasy player in this 1990. That was literally 36 years ago.
That is when 1990 was some of the first fantasy leagues. That's when Iron Eagles started playing fantasy football, using newspaper for scoring, all that other type of stuff. Yeah, that's Iron Eagle times back when he was working at WFAN.
Derek was playing fantasy when the argument was to pick Steve Tasker or Bill Brooks when Andre Reed got injured. That's a deep fucking dive, dude. Deep dive. Guys, we've only had 2 subs this entire video. 3 hours and 25 minutes. There's 27 people in here. If you're not subbed to the channel, I had this on subscriber only mode. I do it from time to time. You can't comment unless you sub. So sub, comment, chat with us, talk it up. Let's go.
Oh, come on. I know I am not. I know I have not said things that people don't want to just hit the subscribe button for just to argue with me. Okay? You know what? I'll give you a hot take then. Aaron Rodgers throws for over 3,500 yards and less than 10 hits.
What about touchdowns? 24?
About 27. I'd say he's going to let it all go. He's going to let it all go, and he's going to try to, get back the Aaron Rodgers of 2021. He might not get that back, but, you might see him running around more. He's not going to be preserving his body to play another year. He announced that he was done. He ate a whole bunch of mushrooms in Oregon and came out of the darkness and has decided he's going to ride off into the light of the sunset after this season. So he's going to go all out and try to actually win, because if you actually look at the Pittsburgh offense, not that terrible. It's good enough. I mean, if you have any sort of decent quarterback who could sling the football around, you should be able to score above 20 points a game with that Pittsburgh offense.
It's way better than last year, man. The O-line should be better. Pittman's a huge addition. I love Rico. As much as we love Gainwell, it kind of put Jaylen Warren out of position. And Jaylen Warren is better suited as a third down back, ancillary piece. You have a real running back there in Rico Dowdle. I think the consolidation of the tight end room with Darnell Washington and Freiermuth with no more Jonnu Smith, that was confusing last year. It's a solid team, man, and they're gonna win 9 games again, because that's what the Steelers do every year. They win 9 games, they get bounced in the first round of the playoffs. Probably gonna happen again. Also, that's pretty typical for Mike McCarthy, right?
Yeah. Look, Mike McCarthy and John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin all had very similar winning percentages throughout their careers. If you look at them historically, this is the same. Well, and now McCarthy is getting his all-star. This is McCarthy's all-stars. You got Rico Dowdle, you got Aaron Rodgers. He's taking the bet. He's starting to snipe some of the better players that he liked from coaching eras past and is putting them on the Steelers.
Tetra says my tight ends are dinosaurs. You have Dallas Goedert and TJ Hockenson, kind of old. Max, I'll toss you a grade towards the end of the draft. But you know what? You have Hockenson. Hockenson is about to turn 29 years old, so he seems like a dinosaur. Goddard's a little older, but please don't refer to my favorite player to draft this year in these best balls as a dinosaur. Best value in best ball drafts this year. Yeah, see, that's a hot take. Now someone should come at me, and I'll explain the reasons why. And everyone here is like, please don't, Rob. We've heard this 100 times. Just like you heard 100 times last year why Michael Wilson's awesome and why you should pick up Parker Washington. Another reason. Let's go at it. First take. Coming up next on First Take.
Coming up next on First Take, the reason why pi multiplied by the hairs of Geno Smith's ass will cause a Week 7 blow-up for Adonai Mitchell. Wait a minute, that was the wrong show. I'm confused.
Man, I like Adonai Mitchell this year, and we're going to get 2 really nice options here at either tight end or running back. This is probably too much, but I only have Henry. Okay. We'll take Tajay Spears really late for Tajay Spears. We have 6 running backs now. Again, this is a sit and go, guys. Stacking doesn't matter. We have Drake May, Bo Nix, Derrick Henry, Stevenson, Monungai, Jordan Mason, Keaton Mitchell, Tajay Spears, Puka, George Pickens, Tet McMillan, Luther Burden, and Jalen McMillan with Sam Laporta and Gaston. Pretty balanced.
Can I just
team.
say this? I'm not even trying to stack, and it's just happening that way. Like, it really is
Max
just...
says, as a Steelers fan, I want to go farther than first round bye for the other team. They're not going to go past the first round. They might not make the playoffs, but they're going to win 8 or 9 games. It's just what they do. Now, Tomlin is gone, so it is a little different dynamic now. But we have this sounded like Flock. Yeah, Jonathan nailed it. Sean, best value is Ted Hurst. I love Ted Hurst. I had him as my 10th wide receiver in my draft process, and he was consensus like 17. So big Ted Hurst fan. You know what? They do tend to play. We saw McMillan have a big rookie year with worse draft capital. I think 7 touchdowns for McMillan as a rookie on really low targets. It is a kind of a crowd. It's a crowded room, but not a crowded room at the same time, right? I mean, Godwin's old and coming off an injury. Ibuka, is he a true one? McMillan can't stay healthy himself. Kate Otton's just a guy. But I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to take some targets. So Ted Hurst will see the field this year. I think he's a raw player, but he played at a smaller school. I forget the school he was playing at, the first school, but he's got good experience. I like his route tree is underrated. I do like Ted Hurst. So definitely in best ball, shoot your shot. Team Money has a question for you, Mal. Thoughts on the Chris Olave contract extension? Pretty cheap. I think it was a team-friendly deal if I read correctly.
Yeah, team-friendly deal. They brought him back. Basically, now this gives New Orleans the chance to get out of their cap hell. Because understand, New Orleans has been in a never-ending pile of cap hell for a long, long, long time. That's why players like Kamara are restructuring in order to stay a Saint. That's why Olave is willing to take a lesser deal to stay on the team, because if you want to stay a part of the New Orleans Saints organization, you're going to have to start taking sacrifices in terms of the amount of money that you could sign for, because the team was in cap space hell ever since Michael Thomas's devastating injury-riddled career caused them to waste a whole ton of money on his contract. Like, I heard, like, weren't they still paying the dead cap money off of that crap last year?
Yes, they were. Are you worried about the concussion problem? Because Sean says he's concussion away from throwing up. Yeah, almost. But you know what? My parallel I always use is Brandon Cooks.
That was so
Brandon
long
Cooks
ago,
had a bunch of concussions early in his career. He has not had one since. I don't think Brandon Cooks has missed a game since that issue. So, again, one thing doesn't have to do with the other. But just a recent history I can think of is Brandon Cooks. And we were worried about Brandon Cooks having to retire. And that statement, that got brought up with Chris Olave the year he had 2. And he has, I think, 4 documented dating back in college. But so did Brandon Cooks. So I'm not as worried about it. Now, I'm worried about it now. Like last year, I was drafting him everywhere because, yes, the concern was more real because it was not even 1 year removed. But it was a 6th or 7th round pick. Now it's a early 3rd round pick. But I think he has the same chance to have a concussion as everyone else. Maybe he would miss a game or 2 extra, but I don't think they would shut him down unless it's one of those gnarly ones. But again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak on concussions.
No, but you know what? I think you're less likely to have a wide receiver grab a concussion, especially if they were a concussion, like, you know, if they were prone to concussions. It's still less likely for a wide receiver to get a concussion than it is for a quarterback like Tua Tagovailoa, whose favorite thing to do was to run forward and barrel his head at defenders. Like, this is the same reason that as a New York Giants fan, while I am excited to watch Jackson Dart, I am utterly terrified to watch Jackson Dart play football because, you know, he's one sprint and one headbutt away from being Tua.
Derek Carr still accounts for a $36 million cap hit, which is what you were speaking to.
Derek Carr.
Not quite the Dolphins. Half the Dolphins cap hit is dead money this year, I think, right?
Yeah. No, but Derek Carr's contract was still there. But no, but I was talking last year. I think they were still paying the remnants of the Michael Thomas deal. Like, they still had some money on the books that they were responsible for last season. From that.
God, I made so much money off Michael Thomas for those couple years. The one year, like his first major breakout after the rookie year, he was still a 3rd-round pick. That was with Drew. It was like Drew. It was just the dots were so easy to connect. Sean Payton, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas. We saw it with Marcus Colston, who was a 7th-round pick out of Hofstra, by the way. So easy money with Michael Thomas. And then I don't know what happened with Michael Thomas. He lost his goddamn mind. I don't think Michael Thomas was ever that good. I know Cooper Kupp had a similar kind of, shorter stretch of just dominance. I think Cooper Kupp was a better player than Michael Thomas. How would you grade those two? Because I think Cooper Kupp was more of a product of the system than Michael Thomas. Or sorry, the other way around. Michael Thomas is more of a product than Cooper Kupp.
Agreed. But, here's the thing. It's really hard to say that that Michael Thomas could ever even be compared to a Triple Crown winner in Cooper Kupp. Like, the Rams are just very lucky that they just keep getting these wide receivers out of nowhere that just produce and produce and produce. It's just sickening. But yeah, Cooper Kupp over Michael Thomas. And you even saw it in the Super Bowl.
Awesome. That Sean McVay role is so lucrative, man. And Puka is a monster too. But what would Puka been? What would Puka have been if he was drafted by the Raiders? I mean, I think he'd still be a good player, but would we? It definitely wouldn't be what it is now. But these situations matter so much.
Yep, it's the same question that we asked about what would have happened if Pat Mahomes got drafted by the Raiders or the Browns or something. Like, my opinion is he would have been out of the league in 5 years. He would have been murdered behind bad offensive lines and been promptly removed from the league, or the idiotic team that drafted him would have just thrown him out there indiscriminately without giving him a chance to sit and watch anybody play football in front of him, which would have severely hurt his career. And while Patrick Mahomes is obviously Patrick Mahomes, and he would have recovered, because I do believe he is just that talented of a player, we would not be putting him in greatest of all time conversation along with Montana and Brady. Like, could Mahomes get to that level? We wouldn't be having those conversations if he was not drafted by the Andy Reid-led.
Gibbs and Bijan it's just a rumbling of a holdout. They set out practice. You know what that is? It's two guys that are elite, and Bijan's the best running back in football, and Gibbs is damn near there, not wanting to practice for a little while. I think that's what my read on the situation, because I would probably do the same thing. They do deserve new contracts, and yeah, let's take a couple days off. Maybe they're together having some brewskis. You know what I mean?
I hope so. Gibbs apparently wants somewhere around what Saquon Barkley is making per year, and Bijan wants a couple of million more than that. So we're looking at demands of 20 and 22 million per for these backs, because they just watched Jeremiah Love walk into the league, not play a single snap of football, and get paid how much more than both of their paychecks for 2 seasons couldn't match what Jeremiah Love was making before he's even played an NFL snap. That's why they're holding in. And if they don't do something about it, they might hold out. I wouldn't blame them if they did.
Smitty, Debo went at the 12, what is this? The 12-12, so essentially the start of the 13th round in this draft. This was a sit and go, a $5 sit and go, so no correlation needed here. That's about fair. That is pick 144. I took him in a slow draft today. I picked 155. That's probably the range, right? 145 to 1. So I'd say 13th round is fair. I'd be comfortable there doing that, I would say. Derek says Cooper Kupp is the NFL's version of J.J. Barea.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, a little better than that, but J.J. Barea was pretty goddamn good.
Hey, look, don't hate on J.J. That's like calling Cooper. That's like calling Garrett Wilson J.R. Smith.
That's a very nice one. Yeah, J.R. Smith and Garrett Wilson. Hey, so far Garrett Wilson kind of has been J.R. Smith. No problem, Smitty. besides forgetting what the score of the game was. He didn't do that yet. I can't believe J.R. Smith did that.
J.R. Smith, like, you need to watch J.R. Smith in interviews talk about all the crap he used to do before he played Knick games because of
High as hell,
James
right?
Dolan.
Stoned as fuck.
On pain pills because they were shoving them down his throat for him to keep going out there as a Knick. That's why he left in the Knicks.
I got one for you. So what's crazier? I know, like in the lexicon of sports, the Michigan thing, the timeout, Chris Webber. Chris Webber's timeout in the Final Four, that or J.R. Smith forgetting the score and dribbling the ball and running the clock down. What is crazy? I know, like, they both ended up losing the game, so that's close. So what is crazier? Guys in the chat, what's crazier? The timeout by Chris Webber or the J.R. Smith forgetting the score, even though they're the free throw line too? Like, coming off a free throw, dude. What's crazier? I want to hear the vote in the chat. What's crazier, J.R. Smith or Webber? Like, holy fuck, which one is potentially like a conspiracy of them? You know, I know there was a lot because the college kid, right, get the money. That was the thing with Webber. I don't believe that, but
yeah. But
what do you guys think? We got one vote for J.R. Smith. Mal says J.R. Smith. Webber was more impactful. I'm saying not impactful. I'm saying what was crazier. Like, what is like more unforgivable? Like, the timeout thing is easier to forget you have a timeout, even though the coach says it, than to not know the score, to not know if you're winning or losing.
Imagine the coach, you forget you have a timeout. Oh, yeah, wait, Rex Ryan did that once when he was the head coach. Of course, the New York Jets.
Smitty, how are we feeling about Harrison Jr.? Smitty says Jr., so I think we all think JR. I said Jr. JR. Smitty says, how are we feeling about Marvin Harrison Jr.? That's why I said Jr., because I was on Marvin Harrison. He's one of my most drafted players. A little concerned. The clips are gross. Everything about it's been gross to the start of his career, except for the numbers. They haven't been as gross. Where you're drafting him now is actually, it's actually at his floor from his career averages. But I'm a little worried. Panic meter 3, and it's just because his ADP. If he was a 4th round pick, panic meter would be an 8. But 6th round pick, it's a 3 for me. Draft capital. I still think the guy's talented. He's not the talent we were sold, that's for sure. But he doesn't have to be elite. He has to have 850 yards and 7 or 8 touchdowns, 900 yards and 7 touchdowns to meet his ADP. That doesn't seem that crazy to me. That seems reasonable as hell.
Especially if Brissett is playing all year and he's the one throwing the football, then yeah, I can see it happening. The thing is, Marvin has to stay on the field too. It's not just play, it's his propensity of getting hurt. He's got to stay out there in order to produce yards and get catches and change people's minds about him and his career arc.
Good call from Sean. Remember the whole Jamar Chase in preseason and OTAs and training camp, his rookie year, dropping passes. Also, he had the quote that he said that he's struggling catching the ball because there's no lines on the ball. That happened, and we dropped him around. The difference is that Marvin Harrison, okay, the practice stuff is one thing, but we've seen this in NFL games. He has dropped some of the easiest passes. He doesn't look too sure of himself. Looks like he's lost some confidence. The dude should not lack confidence. He has nothing to lose. He's made a bunch of money. His dad's generationally, like, he's super rich. He's got some pressure on himself. That's good. I want the kid to feel pressure because that's human, right? We want him to feel pressure. If he wasn't feeling pressure, then I would definitely be more concerned because that means he doesn't care. That's the thing. If Marvin Harrison doesn't have it, that's the concern, that he doesn't care. It doesn't matter to him. He'll get another contract, blah, 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 all that kind of shit. The entitledness, like, that is a worry. If that's not the problem, which I'm not too worried about that, I know it's a possibility, then Marvin Harrison will ball out this year.
Yeah, my question is, Modern Warfare 3, it's out, right?
No, it's like November 14th.
Okay, so as long as that game has not come out, Marvin Harrison should give you a great performance. He should be out there working his butt off. But once November happens, that's when him and Kyler are going to shut their seasons down and just go play Modern Warfare.
Yeah, they're going to meet up and play fucking, or at least online, play each other, and maybe they will he'll throw a grenade at him and he'll catch it, and they'll play fucking patty cake with the grenade.
Yeah, they're going to be,
Kyler
oh my God, Kyler Murray tosses the grenade. Yeah, that's exactly right.
But just think about this, though. Like, we have this issue with Marvin Harrison already, and his quarterback was very, very lazy, especially at this stage of his career. What happened with Kyler the last couple of years. His coach was Drew Petzing. Like, this was a garbage situation. You can say the same thing with Kyler, but there's more of a sample size of Kyler kind of being this dude, where Marvin Harrison's 23 years old. That is why I'm not as worried. He's 23 years old. Let's give this kid a little bit of leeway, and I think the ADP is giving him the leeway. That's the thing. If Marvin Harrison was even a 5th-round pick, I would not be smashing him in drafts. He's going in the middle to sometimes late 6th round, and this is best ball. Like, I haven't done my redraft yet. I want to draft Marvin Harrison, but if I don't get some positive reports, I'll probably cool on that a bit. But we want to shoot for upside, right? We want to shoot for these guys that are going to go 3 rounds ahead of their ADP, like George Pickens did last year, when everyone's like, George Pickens is a loser, his body language, and he balls out. Like, Marvin Harrison, at least coming out of college, obviously a way better prospect than George Pickens. George Pickens has put better film on, even in Pittsburgh, than what we've seen from Marvin Harrison. But to say that George Pickens is a considerably better player than Marvin Harrison, we don't even know the player Marvin Harrison is yet because he's 23 years old and he's been in a bad situation. We want to let's just not make our decisions yet. You know.
Here's how I feel about it. He didn't test at the combine. He was one of the first players not to test at the combine, and this is why I think a lot of people already had a sour opinion of the kid before he even put on pads. Then, when he started underperforming his draft value, people just got more pissed and said, "See, you gotta go to the combine. You have to run the 40-yard dash and do all this crap that has nothing to do with actual football because we didn't watch you play college football long enough. We have to know how fast you could run." You know.
Bottom line, if you're going to be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft, you should not do the combine. Because you're not. Look at Jeremiah Love. Surprisingly, did quite a bit. He didn't do everything. Like, you're only going to hurt yourself. And a player like Marvin Harrison probably knew. Carnell Tate, for instance, ran a 4.52, and people were like, "Damn, he's slow." Like, that's not slow. And everyone wants the 4.4. Let the tape speak. It's just the problem is now we're putting together the fact he didn't do the combine, some of the body language stuff, and the tape, and the numbers, and all those things. And now it's like, damn, Marvin Harrison's probably a bust. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. Marvin Harrison is a bust. He will be a bust because to live up to his draft capital in the NFL draft is almost impossible. You have to become Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones. And how many Calvin Johnsons and Julio Jones are there? I can give you Larry Fitzgerald. I can give you Terrell Owens. I can give you Randy Moss. I can give you like a list of like 7 guys that we've seen in our life that are that level of player. Like, that's it. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like, how many guys literally live up to
Devontae.
a 3rd round, right?
No, Devontae was undrafted. Yeah, Devontae
Adams. Devontae Adams was a 2nd-round pick. And you know what? As much as I want to say Devontae Adams is in the conversation with those guys, Devontae Adams made his money with Aaron Rodgers. Like, let's not put him in the same conversation. Like, what would Devontae Adams' career would have looked like if he did not have Aaron Rodgers? And let's also not forget Devontae Adams' first 2 years in the NFL were garbage. Dropping, same thing with Marvin Harrison. The parallel is
That's why I bring him up. That's why I'm bringing him up.
But I just say that he's the same. Like, he's had a hell of a career, but he's had some nice situations, right? Aaron Rodgers is an all-time quarterback that also is the perfect match for like an alpha receiver. The timing, the back throws, the catching the defense off sides and always getting that fucking 30-yard bomb. So I love Devontae Adams. I'm not going to put him in the conversation with Terrell Owens and Larry Fitzgerald, but he's in the next tier of like, I think Hopkins and Adams are kind of in a similar tier. I'd take Adams over him.
Yeah.
But
he
sucked early on.
When you said Hopkins, when you said Hopkins, I'm like, okay, you want to throw Hopkins, like let's talk about the one guy who's still out there running around catching passes and nobody's worried about how old he is until he retires, All
right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Max, I'm going to hit you up in the Discord with your team. Dean, I didn't get an email from you yet. I just checked. Hit me up. Send me an email. CubsFan311@yahoo.com. If you forget that, or if you don't do it right away, go to the Patreon. Under the main tab of the main page, under free, it says free members. Gives you my email. Reach out to me. I'll get you in the Discord because you are now a member of the YouTube, and I appreciate you, man. If you don't want to, no big deal. Just why not take advantage of the resource? Like I said, Mouth, appreciate you coming out. We almost did 4 hours. We did 4 drafts, 4 hours, a lot of good conversation. Appreciate all the comments, all the supers. Shout out to Keith for coming on. Super fan. Guys, we have fans on the show all the time. And we love having just different people on the channel talking ball, talking life, talking shit.
Can you
all
guys
those kind of
do
things.
me a favor before you all go?
I got you. Downtown Sports Boys. Do Mouth a favor. The Mouth of the South right here is on YouTube. He's also on 23 other platforms. They have Iron Eagle, Noah Eagle. Check out Downtown Sports. Only 2 shows a week. The Beast, The Mouth on there, where sports come home. Great guests talking anything that's relevant in football, in NFL, in NBA. They talk some World Cup when that was going on. Whatever's going on in the sports world, you're going to get the pulse from them. Head over to YouTube right now. I want to see at least 4 subs after this. Please do that for me and for Mouth and for everyone in here. Would be appreciated. And if you want to join this community, there's a million ways. Go ahead.
September 1st, Iron Eagle will be back on to preview the NFL season with us. So get yourself ready for your redrafts, because
there you go.
The guy who watches all of it, who talks to all these players, who's also been playing fantasy football since 1990, still does actually. I don't get how you could actually put fantasy football and call these games at the same time. I'll actually ask him. That might actually be a question I could ask him. Like, how does that actually work?
You know what? If you get in our community, you know what you can do? You can give Mouth, if for Iron Eagle, maybe he'll choose 1 or 2 people in there to have a question asked from you to Mouth that he will ask Iron Eagle. Let's do something like that. 1 fan question. I'll figure out a way to figure out who gets it. You got to get in the community, guys. The season is 40 days away, roughly. And we're on here 4 hours every night. I'm going to be streaming about 36 of my 40 redrafts live. You're going to see me every single night, as well as doing segments, having people like Mouth on and Storey on and other fans. Still drafting some best ball as well during that stretch, but you're going to see a lot of me. I hope I see a lot of you. Appreciate everybody in here. Mouth, you're the man. Sticking around 4 hours. And you got to wake up early. Go get some sleep, dude, or at least get some chill time. And I'm sure you're going to probably cook up some trades in the dynasty before you go to sleep.
Don't we Jonathan and Jonathan has been sending me something, and actually Rob.
We got to figure it out. We got to see what happens with Ricky Pearsall, because that's going to change the Mike Evans thing a little bit, right?
Well, then I might have to do what I might have to do.
Hey man, all is fair.
Jonathan, call me.
All is fair in dynasty trades. So, all right,
Jonathan,
appreciate you guys.
call
Thank you for
me.
the super chats. Jonathan, appreciate you again. Shout out Jonathan for coming on last night's show. He dominated. We love Jonathan.
Oh,
Derek,
he did.
Mouth, all you guys. Hetzer. I don't want to forget anybody, but I am pretty fried. It's been 4 hours. I'm pretty, you know what I do around here. So, yeah. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'll be on tomorrow. Bye. Tomorrow, Mike Storey joins us for part 2 of the hot take segments. This is going to be the wide receiver and tight end, the pass catcher hot takes. 5 hot takes each, 10 p.m. Central. You want to tune into that. We'll probably do some drafts after that, and then we'll figure out some stuff for the weekend. But Mouth, again, thank you, my dude. Everyone else, appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll talk to you in the Discord, I'm sure. Well, if not tonight, well, technically it's this morning. If not after the show, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Appreciate everybody. Love your life. Stay positive and respect each other. Go check out Downtown Sports on YouTube. We out.